to Good Morning. I have Vosh in my ear yelling about how annoying his Reddit is because he still hasn't stopped talking about it, but you can't hear it, I hope, I think. Can you? Maybe from my headphones a little bit. Anyway, hello! Hello! Maybe I should mute him. I think I should mute him on my end. I mean, on your end, he's muted anyway. Hello! What's up? Bosch is doing the most insane thing right now. It's so fucking funny. I'm a little distracted. Bosch is live right now. Did you know that? It's so dumb. It's like, hello guys, another streamer is live right now that I watched. No, but the stream is bad. Don't watch it. It's just him getting mad at his Reddit. It's not really anything. I find it entertaining. Anyway, hi, how are we doing? Welcome to Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Good morning. Hi, Purple. Hello, Cassie. Hi, Cassie. Climate stream. Yes, we're going to talk about climate stuff again. We talked about climate stuff last time, too. Every day, honestly, while it's summer, every day is a climate stream day because every day I will complain that it's way too fucking hot outside and be very, very, very sad about it. And it's Nelson Mandela International Day. I didn't know that. I didn't hear about that. Hello, Warren. Welcome to stream. Hi, Siska. Welcome to stream. It's Lady Tapo here, coming at you live from the Zecke side chat. It's so fucking hot. You're so right. Hi, Goldie. Hello. Welcome. And hi, Victor. Schedule, not schedule. Yeah, it's important. Or is it schedule, not schedule? That was actually what I was thinking about, because some people say schedule or something like that, and I find that psychotic. I do find that a little bit psychotic. Yeah. Oh, thank God it's fucking Tuesday. I thought it was Wednesday earlier, and I was asking myself where the time went. Where'd all the time go? It started to fly. Something or another is so fucking hot out there. I'm genuinely afraid for the future. I'm gonna be fucking uninhabitable for everyone in my country. Talking about climate is pretty scary. For a second I thought you were gonna talk about Vosh. That's why I thought this was gonna be funny. Haha. It's like, I'm afraid for the future if you can't even criticize media or something, was what I thought was gonna be the end of that sentence, but no. Also, I tried to like fix my mic was kind of tilting. Anyway, hello Caliban, hi Chris, Zezuel, all of that, yeah, all of that together. It's hard to find new greetings. That's so true. Anyway, has anyone ever seen Zecke and Rainer? What are you accusing me of? Metal Leute. Was that authentic? I think that was very authentic. Metal Leute. Hey Fnordy, hello. I still have the fucking video game media take stream open in the other tab. Aren't you watching Wash? Maybe. I'm watching him on mute. Okay, I'm watching him on very low volume because he's still going on. He's in my ear, yeah. And yes, and is that bad? Schedule. Oh, it's weird. Just like GIF. Well, GIF is superior, actually. People are unironically having their brain melted out of their skull. Yeah, climate change is scary. Almost like we should do something about it. Almost like even the big companies in like our world should do something about it, but they kind of don't want to. I'm just asking questions. Now, this is investigative journalism. This is the type of investigative journalism that we need. How are you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. I am. Like I said, I'm still a little bit distracted / caught off guard because Vosh is fighting people on his Reddit. I can show you if you want. I don't know if you're interested in that. We have a couple of things on the docket, and I've added my media takes to the docket. I think we should talk about my media takes as inspired by Vosh talking about his media takes. What that resulted in the end was just me going through my personal Letterboxd account, because I do have a personal Letterboxd account that I cannot share with you because it's personal, has my face on it and everything. Unless I change that, then I guess I could show it to you. But either way, I just took a lot of screenshots and put them all in a document. So there's that. Yeah, just bomb the corpers. The corpos in Gary's mod, obviously. Yeah, we're not gonna, under capitalism, we're not gonna achieve climate neutrality. That's just not going to happen because they are only interested in short-term profit. Hello, Will. I'm watching you and listening to Secular Talks yesterday's show at the same time. You gotta multitask. Multitasking is important. I 100% get that, and I do that all the time. Yes. Yes. Every time you talk about Drachenlord, by the way, Seppo, I think about making a video explaining who and what that is to people who are not German or people who are not into, like, weird, obscure lolcow history things, I guess. But then I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I do know enough about him, but I would have to do a little bit of research that makes me think, maybe I should just not, honestly. Perhaps we'll skip that one out. I could link you a video instead. His wiki is insane, I know, and the journey is still ongoing. Brother is like always in the train posting on TikTok. I scroll through my TikTok, I see Rainer Winkler. That's not something I want. That's not something anybody wants, frankly. And yet, it's like a stream of Disco Elysium I see in the background is really good. It would be, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? See, I would do that myself. I would put it on, well, two things. Two things as to why I don't do BGM anymore. One, you can put music on yourself. It's fine. Like, if you want music, just put on music. And if I have BGM on, you can't put on music anymore. And a lot of people don't have music in the background of their streams. Like, Vosh doesn't either. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. Two, I would totally use the Disco Elysium BGM because it's good. It slaps really hard, but they do get me copyright claims sometimes, so I don't. Agiagioki to everyone. I'm feeling alive and listening to the song. Oh, slay. Very, very slay. What is this song? Do tell. Do share. We're just vibing, chilling, thriving at the moment, while some people are molding over video game takes in another universe. A little bit further away in the Americas. I could show you, I guess. I could show you. Yeah, fucking Urheberrecht, dude. Hate it. Intellectual property, get lost. Anyway, hey, wait, two things. Multiple things. Many things, actually. So many awake people in chat. Yeah, give me your energy. Here, have energy. Pop Song by Kenji Yonezu. I don't know if I know that. Do I have a console or just a PC? I only have PC, no console. Never did. Well, I mean, I have a Switch, but it's like in storage. I have a Switch, but other than that, never had a console or like a P. No PlayStation, no Xbox is what I'm trying to say with that. Nintendo products, yes. Sometimes. You're not molding, although I am drunk and unhinged. Oh my god. Drunk and unhinged. Watch, consume your content carefully. So, okay, my desktop thing is still muted. That's probably good. That's probably for the best, because you know who's live right now? This guy is currently yelling at his chat for telling him his media takes are bad. And I'm obviously watching that. So... oh, yes, okay. Is it over now? Is it over now? I think it might be over now. Oh, after poster with rainbow Wimper? No, I have not heard of that. Wash is literally ranting right now. It's so fucking funny. Let's watch Zecke Ch. I'm not stealing content. I would never. Wash, if you need somebody to raid, I'm live right now. He would not. I don't know if he's done. I think he's not done. Okay, we're gonna move away. No more of this. No more of this. Shush. What are Vosh's media takes? Well, there is a media takes doc he has, but generally, I don't know, they're not even that inflammatory. He just doesn't like giant open world games where there's nothing to do or too much to do, but it's very uninspired things that you have to do. I think that's the main issue of the controversy right now. I know it's funny calling it a controversy even, but I don't know. Something about that, I guess. You hate Vosh's media takes so fucking much. Fucking hipster. I don't even hate them, I feel like. I don't know. For the most part, though, I'm unaffected because it's like, oh no, Vosh has a very inflammatory take about a video game that I've never played before. Ooh, how will I cope? Oh, it'll be difficult. I see you in chat. I see you. I see you. You sneaky, sneaky bugger. Stop. I mean... oh, what? Oh, yeah, don't spoil my media takes. We're not there yet. I see you, Nessie. I see you. What if we watched Vosh in the Zecke stream? Yeah, but without sound, because you gotta get your own sound. No, that's funny, though. Imagine that. Imagine that. No, I would be so nervous. I'm not prepared for that at all. Now I want to talk about my own media takes, though. Vosh agreed, though, calling Luffy a terrorist, so that's based, right? Most of his media takes, I feel like, are pretty based. I don't know. I don't even have that many issues with it. Again, I think it's probably because I don't play as many video games as he has, or as most people in chat have. But, like, they don't seem that inflammatory to me. Luffy is a freedom fighter. Luffy Guevara, Comrade Luffy. It do feel like that, yeah. Is a terrorist, but that's very based, like a base terrorist. Yes, yes. From what I've heard about One Piece, I think that's correct. Now, I haven't watched it, but, you know, I know that all my leftist guys like it, so I'm sure. I'm sure that they're correct about that. Without sound is good, because you can make up your own bad media take. It's like you choose your own adventure thing, where you make up your own interesting media takes. I mean, he isn't even talking. This stream is so, like, this stream is so insane, right? Vosh started this stream, right? When did you start that? Like, 1.5 hours ago, which is, by the way, 2 a.m. his time. That's fucking, dude, go to fucking sleep, brother. And he just started this whole stream in order to talk about the Reddit disagreeing with his media takes, and he's so mad about it. Like, you cannot tell me you do this. I would never do this. Not in a million years would I do this. But, you know, more respect to you. If you want to talk, if you want to fight your chat a lot, go ahead. Cannot fault you for that. It's pretty funny after all. Pirates are just sea terrorists. I mean, yeah, pirates do be breaking that law. I'm actually very hipster. I feel like, I don't know, for games, we'll get to it. I mean, I have my media takes thingy up. You can judge me once you've seen them. I'm working on the doc. I'm making a doc. I've linked a doc. So, God, he's still going on about it. You know, it's 3 a.m. here, right? Yeah, I know. I think now it should be. Yeah, it was 2 a.m. earlier. Now it's like 3 a.m. or something. I have, on my phone, I have a little app that tells me what time it is in Seattle and in Berlin. Yeah, it's 3 a.m. now. Jesus fucking Christ. It's like, what? Vosh's life? That must be a joke. That must be a mistype in the fucking Discord. No, it's not. It's just how it's going. Starting a stream at 2 a.m. just to fight people over your media takes is based. I mean, like I said, I do respect it. It does feel a little insane, but I do respect it, you know? 6 a.m. here. Oh my god, gonna go to sleep very soon. Just wanted to say hi. It's nice to see you in chat, yeah. Terrorism based. I'm joking, totally. Definitely not advocating for it. I'm most definitely not fed posting. Don't look this way. 3-liter agency. Haha, it's just a funny haha. It's just a little gaff and a goof, okay? Little gaffs and goofs only. Sea Shepherd are the best pirate adjacent thing there is. I've never heard of sea shepherds. Are those people who, like, are those people who are involved with transporting migrants? Maybe that's literally a guess, but just by the name, I don't know what they do. I was gonna send a message in his chat, but only subs for 12 hours or more. Oh damn! In the YouTube chat. Well, I guess on the online side, I think you can always chat, or is it there only subs? Well, it can't not. I don't know. I don't know if it's subs only there as well, but yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Oh, Jesus Christ. My brain is so broken. My brain is so broken. I saw that he searched for map, and I immediately thought he meant the abbreviation. That's really, really bad. But of course, we're talking about video game maps. I'm like, why the fuck are you looking this up now? How did the conversation pivot since I last looked into this? It's like, oh shit. No. Thank God it's not that one. Warren, no Washite confirmed. I mean, yeah. I knew that. I did know that. As someone who's written essays back to back who people who have called me gay lol for liking or disliking certain media, I can understand where Wash is coming from. See, it's relatable. Yay, you subbed. Let's go. See, I'm shouting out smaller creators. It's honestly kind of a charity for me that I like to do. Are we on the fucking Diablo subreddit? Yes, we are. Of course we are. Just to send a message once Zecke watches. Are you on the site though, or are you on the YouTube? Because the YouTube chats don't show up on the stream chat and all of that. But I don't know. Anyway, enough. I say I'm gonna come back to it later. Speaking of One Piece, I unlocked the potential of 2 more 3DSs for my family yesterday. Oh, I feel like a real Luffy. Nice. Sounds good. Which site? It's vosh.gg. It's like linked in all of the description of all of his YouTube streams because that's where he gets his chat from. It's like an inside chat. I love how I'm just giving you a tutorial on how to chat on Vosh's stream. The One Piece is real, and it's in Victor's family's 3DSs. Who would have thought? That's a place we didn't think to look. We should have thought about looking there first. Also, hello, Ollie. Welcome to stream. How are you? Thoughts on the Twitch exodus? You mean like people leaving Twitch and going to YouTube instead? Or, I guess, going to Kick. Kick is... Yeah, I have my thoughts on Kick because of the whole gambling thing. Less so because of whatever type of community guidelines they may or may not have, even though people had a lot of thoughts about that as well. But generally, I'm just turned off, I guess you could say. Turned off from Twitch because of their very, very, very close association with Stake and all of that. The site is... Whoops. It's also linked in his description. It's vosh.gg. Literally, that should get you there. That should get you there, shouldn't it? Yeah, and then you can find the live from there. Going to Rumble, of course, is the best path forward, obviously. For maximum free speech. Yeah, okay, you can't see my like tabs and stuff, which is good. Actually, Steve Roger found the One Piece. Actually, what the hell is Rumble? It's yes. What the hell even is Rumble? Good question. It literally says website. Yeah. It's linked. It's present. It's fine. So the joke is that I'm the resident cannibal gambling addict eco-terrorist now. It's building. Your character is building. You're having like a whole character arc and everything. And I respect that. I really think I should stop watching the fucking stream. I mean, there will be a VOD of this if I want to hear the rest of it, and I think I'm fine not hearing all of that. Wait for Twitter streaming. Oh yeah, that'll be great. I mean, Twitter already doesn't handle videos, and it really shat the bad bed on voice like transmissions as well, so I'm sure that'll go absolutely swimmingly. It'll be great, let alone the whole like layout of the site being absolute shit for that sort of thing. Loving it. It's like I can't stop with the anti-chat rant. It's entertaining. I do find it entertaining. It's the morbid curiosity. It really is. I'm like, what if I miss out on something that I want to see in this stream? What if I miss out? Like, this is FOMO in effect, fear of missing out right there. But I want to talk about my own media takes, because if I don't, then we're not going to get through all of this, even though it's not that much, but still, media takes can take so long to talk about. We must destroy, I mean, if we want to save the human race, we really should do some destruction of capitalism, because otherwise that's not going to work out, I think. Thankfully, I got my invite out of Blitter into the Twitter into Blue Sky. I still haven't asked anybody. I'm like, I should really start asking people for Blue Sky invites. Now I can ask you, though, so that's pretty good. Do you get invites if you're just a member, or do you need to be, like, an important person on the site or something in order to get invites to Blue Sky? I know a lot of people have their Blue Sky invites now, but I still haven't asked anybody about it because, well, I'm kind of busy, you know. And the cat gif was great, by the way. Thank you. Yes, I could show you that, too. Can I find that? Without issue, I just go into my thingy, into my notification thingy. Yes, the cat gif! Little Angel Danielle. It was so fun to make, but also tiring, because it's fun to come up with their walk cycles, but then actually painting them all in was kind of annoying. They're very cute. The GIF version is lower quality, but like the video looks pretty crisp on the website. At this point, it's martial law. I mean, they're literally putting the existence of humanity at stake at this point. So yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. A lot of my favorite people on Instagram joined the new Meta app. Yeah, threads. I don't think it's a good idea. Well, I'm still free from threads because I'm pretty sure at least it's still not available in Europe. So even if I wanted to, I would have to do some VPNing to get in, and I'm not about to do that. So yeah. Also, I kind of really don't like Meta as a company very much. I don't know if I want to join threads. I would like for Twitter just to, you know, get revamped by somebody else, kick Elon off for good this time, and just do it again, because I do like Twitter. It's painful. I want cats so bad. Must make my, yeah, you gotta make your cat flat friendly. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to say. You gotta make your flat cat friendly, and then you can have your own baby army that follows you around while you run through the world, you know? I want another ghoulish capitalist to take over. Yeah, Basically. I mean, basically. I just want to stay on Twitter is the thing, because moving to a new platform is so annoying. Like, somebody a little bit less ghoulish than Elon would be fine, you know? Somebody who's like, you know, I mean, Zuckerberg is kind of a good candidate for that. I just don't like the way that he builds his apps. He is ghoulish, obviously. He's a ghoulish capitalist, obviously he is. But at least he's, like, progressive leaning, generally, which, you know, it's like the least you can want from one of those guys. Apparently available over here down in Australia. That was not at all an Australian accent, but here we go. Reptiloid Zuckerberg greater than Robot Musk. It's literally true, yeah. Elon is like when the cool kid went cringe. Yes, he had a whole character arc. People's opinion on Zuckerberg not Zuckerberg. Elon Musk have changed very rapidly, a little less ghoulish, and an ounce more competent. Yeah, those would be good. Those would be pretty helpful. They would be, I think. I don't know what word in the English language I can't find one that applies to people who are willing to sacrifice the literal existence of organized human life so they can put a few more dollars into highly overstuffed pockets. It's capitalists, actually, is the word. But they are so evil. They are demons, they are ghouls. The word evil doesn't even begin to approach it. No, you're right. And you being Noam Chomsky are so right. Which you need me to tell you. It's literally true. Jack was fairly decent. That was the previous owner of Twitter. Yeah, he didn't make too much of a fuss. Like, he was not the best. I'm sure I don't know what he did, which is probably a pretty good sign of a CEO, because it means that he didn't get in the way. I love how my voice is like, hey, you're being a little intense right now. You should calm down. A little bit of water. A little bit of water. A bottle of water. No, just a glass of water, actually. Capitalism cannot save you from capitalism, but you can hang capitalism with the rope it sold you. You could. Hello, Cloud. Hello. We're talking about everything and anything. How are you doing today? I sent you a Tolkien-based TikTok. Fuck. This reminds me that there's... Insert that TikTok Kyle sent you here. And not, in fact, a TikTok. Which means that I didn't open TikTok yet today. Fucking Vosh. Sabotaging my whole thing here. Like, I have prep to do when I wake up. I can't just watch your stream and engage with your funny media takes, Mr. Streamer Man. That's not how that fucking works. I'm supposed to be preparing for my own stream. FTP Justus, yes. yes. That's the funny TikTok that I need to find, because this fucking dude was absolutely insane. The most unhinged FTP Justus I've ever seen, actually. And Slavoj Žižek is our real-life Disco Elysium character. He has the vibes, but he's kind of, you know, the latest thing that he released, I think it was an essay. I didn't read the actual essay, so maybe I shouldn't talk on that too much, but I did see a summary of it, and it didn't seem too promising, so, you know. I don't know what's going over there. Nope, I think they're still talking about the same thing. I should turn off that fucking stream, dude. I should turn it off. You can't beat autism with your plans. Well, yes, actually, yes. Actually, that is how it works. So when did you send me this? Oh god, you sent me too much stuff. Would I recognize it based on the thumbnail thingy? That's a guillotine. That's not it. Is it gone? I don't know. Fuck. I can't find the fucking TikTok. Well, we'll get to it when we get to it. We can talk about other things first, and maybe then I'll take a break and try to find this TikTok that I have. Woosh went over it in his news transpsych. Yeah, transphobia rots the brain. It does. It's true. It's literally true. They see imaginary boogeymen everywhere they go. It's pretty alarming. Clearly, the correct way to end global warming is to sacrifice billionaires to appease the sun. Low-key, high-key, that would actually work, though. Guillotine Robespierre looks incorruptly on stream here. Yeah, I saw this guy who's building a guillotine in his backyard on TikTok. I'm like, okay, I vibe with it. I don't know what he was talking about, something unrelated, I think, in the TikTok, actually. He was just building his guillotine in the background, like little stairs to go up to the guillotine. I don't know why he has a guillotine in his backyard. I mean, I can make inferences, but I don't know why. Anyway, should I just mute the fucking site? I mean, it's very low audio on my end, but I have desktop audio turned completely off for you, so there's that. Oh my god, he's talking about Dragon Ball. What the fuck? I like it when people have hobbies. I agree. And the EU has declared that phones should have removable batteries. Which, you feeling conflicted? Why are you feeling conflicted? I'm interested. Tell me about that. Because I think that's a net positive, because phones used to have removable batteries always. That meant that you could just buy a new battery for your phone if it died, because batteries will die eventually. It just happens. That's how batteries work. They're not forever products, even though, you know, you can charge them, and obviously you can charge them. That's the whole point of batteries. But if you do it enough, they're gonna degrade and then they're gonna break. And if you can open it up, that's good. Always gotta be prepared. Always need a guillotine ready. I mean, for really big vegetables. Yes. Call for violence in Skyrim. Fucking magical ancient violence against the capitalist overlords. My media takes. I'm inspired to talk about this because I too should have a media take stock. Now, is it gonna load in? Why did that take 7 years? I miss it when I could change phone batteries. Understandable. It's coming back in a big way, in a major way. Are you still changing the time by 1 hour in winter or something like that? Yes, we are. It's currently summertime still. So my schedule has a little GMT +2 instead of +1, which is the usual time zone, something like that. The billionaires could be the vegetables in this case. So, take a media, take a stock. I think I have a command for that now. I think I just called it media. Let's see if that works. Maybe. Take a bad media takes? I mean, we'll see if it's bad. Oh my god, there it is. I hope nobody can edit it. I mean, I made this today, but I sure do hope nobody can edit it. See, we have a command now for this too. Media. So I've split it up into categories. I think, yes, you can see here, of course. Take a media takes, games, movies, music. Maybe we'll get books in there too, but I only made this before stream today. The Blackbriars must be disowned. The Argonians in Windhelm need to unionize. I know, you know everything about Skyrim, don't you? Media. Yeah, should be accessible by absolutely everybody. Everybody should be able to have access to the media doc. Let's go. What's up with Tetris? It's the best game ever made. Tetris is great. This is Tetrio. I went and loaded up a game of Tetris to take the screenshot. This is Tetrio. It's absolutely great. Books. Das Kapital. Tetris. I don't have a Tetris link. Should I? What am I gonna link? Oh my god, a visitor. Anonymous hyena. You can't edit this, right? Do tell me. Tetris soundtrack is great. Tetris is great. It's amazing. Before I was a Souls nerd, I was an Elder Scrolls nerd. Yeah, I know. Have I ever played One Shot? No, I don't think that feels familiar. You play Tetris? Let's go. Play some Tetris. So, Tetris, best game of all time. Go to 10 out of 10. No notes. It's fantastic. Like I said, no notes. Love it. Similar with Disco Elysium. I have a little bit more to say about Disco Elysium for obvious reasons. It's a little bit more complex than Tetris. But, you know, also 10 out of 10 games. Haven't finished it yet. Maybe my take will change, obviously, a little bit if I finish it, but it's pretty good. Oh, you're playing City Skylines and filling everything with trams. Let's go. Tram pilled. I supported. The chat, this went quiet. Did we stop? We did stop. You didn't, no raid arenas? Man, that sucks, eh? Didn't come to raid me. And here I thought you liked my work. Wow, I feel so betrayed right now. Anyway, play One Shot. Maybe I should, huh? See, we can, wait, this is my dog. I'm not gonna spoil the movies. To be played. Maybe. Let's be real. One Shot? Okay, there you go. I can make notes right in there. I was in chat. You were. You are he indeed. Riften is a capitalist hellhole. Windhelm is the racist Viking city that hate elves. There's a lot of racism in Skyrim, isn't there? In an ideal communist society, we don't have time for video games because we're too busy spending our time in our green livable cities, just living in the moment, living in the cities. So true, so true. One shot good? Okay, wait, is one word? One shot. Okay, I have it. It's listed. You can see it, okay? I like it, but I like it. I guess 8 out of 10. I don't know yet because I'm not finished, obviously, still. I like Persona 5 a lot, Royal, that is. But I do have criticisms of the game, so that's why it's there. These are like my top 3, I guess. Tetris, Disco Elysium, and Persona 5 Royal. What a lineup, huh? I could add more, but then I went into the movie section and there's a lot of movies in the movie section, so you know, I gotta put some like negative takes in there, otherwise people are not gonna dislike this list at all. Like, I only have I love this, I love that, I love this and that. So whatever. I should add Hades as well, because that's one of my favorite games, I guess. Hades, Binding of Isaac, Sims is rough because I have a lot of criticisms of The Sims as well. Many criticisms, but I do still like it. So that would be a rough one. And Darkwood, that's the one with the cool art style, right? That's the one with the very cool art style. Criticism of media, the Reddit will go insane. And then I can make an impromptu stream at 2 in the morning defending myself against the Reddit. And that is content, and we like that around here. Under communism, everything is grass. They know that. Hades is so good. Hades is so fucking fun. I haven't played in like a long time, and I don't know if I'm gonna get back into it, but oh boy. Hades, I played a lot for a little while, and of course, Binding of Isaac, even more so. Speaking of Sims, it's been a while since you last played that game. True! I have an idea, actually, for The Sims. I have an idea in relation to Persona 5. I would like to do that after Persona 5, but when even is after Persona 5? Is that ever gonna happen? You don't know. We don't know. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna build a house with like 8 or 9 rooms. I don't know how many we need exactly, and build a room for every Phantom Thief, including Akechi. Because, of course. We need to introduce Vosh to Darkwood. He would actually have a good media take for once. Maybe he would. So that's what I've written on games so far. Maybe I'll write reviews, like short reviews at some time. Are you familiar with The Sims saying, Zecke? The Sims saying? Hades is an anomaly on how good it is. It is great. Oh my god, go photosynthesize. Have a good time, Cloud. Thanks for stopping by. Get all that good sunshine. I mean, the clouds have the most direct access to sunshine, don't they? If they take up the whole sky, they get all the sunshine, and we get none, or less of it, at least. Hades was fucking great. Hades art is great. Hades music is great. Hades gameplay is great. Story is great. Dialogue is great. Art design, I guess, separate thing. Character design, all of it. I fucking love it. Okay, anyway, movies. This is just screenshots from Letterboxd. These are my top 4 that you can put in Letterboxd, you know. Girls play The Sims like guys play GTA. Yeah, obsessively. Am I stealing my media tags from my fellow German sister? Oh my god, am I? Well then, so be it. We have good taste, apparently. You can recommend Summit of the Gods. It's a French anime adaptation of a Japanese manga, and it's great. That sounds interesting. For movies, Summit of the Gods. Well, I have a lot of movies on my to-watch list, to be fair. So number 1 favorite, 11 out of 10, best movie ever made. Everybody should watch it at least twice or maybe 3 times, and I should watch it again because it's been like at least a year since I last watched it. It's Synecdoche, New York. I love Synecdoche, New York. It's the best film ever. It's great. I love it. It's sad. It has good music in it. You should listen to Song for Caden to cry to when you're alone at night and thinking about life. You should listen to that song and cry. Good idea. It's about life. It's about death. It's about existence as a human being. It's about work as a creative. It's about everything. Yes. It's about spiraling out of control. It's about people in Germany being weird. There's German in this movie. People speak German in this movie sometimes. Anyway, overall, 11 out of 10. Please do watch Synecdoche, New York. It's the best film anybody's ever made. Written and directed by Charlie Kaufman, I think, right? Is that true? Girl Interrupted, good film. Like it a lot. Ew, there's German in it. I know, right? Fucking German. German? Now, if there was Germa in it, then it would be a 12 out of 10, obviously. Girl Interrupted. Good movie. Great movie. Love it. Vibes. Very good. Deutsch? Sprechen Sie Deutsch? No. Me? No, I don't. Girl Interrupted. Great movie. Love it. Watch it. Female-led. Mainly, there's only girls, actually. There's very little guys in this movie. Good. It has Winona Ryder. And it has Angelina Jolie. They're both in it. And it's really good. See, that's why I don't write reviews in here, because I just did this. Sprechen Sie Deutsche, baby. A little bit. Maybe. A little bit, maybe. Nightcrawler. Best movie. Great movie. Amazing movie. Jake Gyllenhaal. Goated. Goated with the acting sauce. Interesting. Character study. Capitalism. Yes. The house that Jack built. I like it a lot. I feel like that one's a little bit controversial. I don't know. I'm not a Lars von Trier fanboy person, personally. But I do like some Lars von Trier movies. I like The House That Jack Built. Later on, we're also going to see Nymphomania Volume 1. Specifically, I didn't like Volume 2 as much as I liked Volume 1. There's moments, but generally, I didn't like it as much. Just like me for real movies. Yes, they're in there. No, guys, is this the feminist agenda? Yes. Yes, it is. No, it's not. I don't think it's particularly feminist. It's very old. I feel like it has a pretty nuanced view of mental health for being so old, which is pretty interesting. But it's based on, I think, a diary that somebody wrote when they got institutionalized. Great movie, best movie, watch it. Okay, thank you. Those are my reviews. Yes. This one is Lars von Trier movie, so you know, for most of these, there's a little warning in place. Do look at the warnings before you watch a movie. This one has a lot of violence. It's a allegory. It's a reference to Dante's Inferno. There's a name for it, but I don't have it ready at the tip of my tongue right now. But it's very cool. I like it a lot. One time I started writing a very long video essay about it, but I haven't finished it, and now I really don't do video essays that much, or at all, and especially not film reviews, so I don't know if I'm ever gonna finish it, but maybe I will one day, and then you'll hear all of my thoughts about The House That Jack Built. It's very good. I like it a lot. Thank you. I'm just waiting for the one day. Take it for no explanation whatsoever. Screams at chat in German before turning chipper again. That would be unlikely, highly unlikely, but who knows? Stay on track. Yeah, Lars von Trier did say that. He did say that, which is not a good thing to say. People have tried to explain why he said that, but I don't really care. See, that's another good reason to not be a Lars von Trier fanboy. He's also weirdly elitist about film and stuff. Do I like some of his films? Yes. Warum du chattest? Verdammt zur Hölle. Yeah, that's exactly how that sounds like. No Kid, Bad Things. Yes, this is the best horror film, by the way. This is the best horror film ever. And yeah, Perfect Blue, actually so good. So good. So good. Never Meet Your Heroes, truly. Femme? I don't know what femme is in this case, but still. It takes a month to make a really good video essay, so don't worry. Yeah, I know, it takes a long time, and you should actually, like, continuously work on it. If you wanted to get it out in a month. If you want to get it out in 1 month, you gotta work on it a lot in that 1 month. Best horror film ever. I shared at some point, a very interesting analysis of this film, not done by myself, but done by somebody else, about how it's actually very existentialist and talking about death and the inevitability of death. Oh my god, that's just like Synecdoche, New York. Anyway, in detail, and it's really good. Did I like the first half of the movie more for general creepiness? Yes, but still, it's a good movie. You should see it. I have seen it already multiple times, but you should watch it if you want a horror film. It Follows is the best horror film. It's like, I'm curious about tornadoes. Side blasts music. What? What is that reference? There is Perfect Blue, obviously. Kino, so good. Absolute. Oh my god, look at the highlighting of this text. Anyway, absolute psychological deterioration. It's great. I mean, everybody knows Perfect Blue is great. I don't have to add anything to that. Tar. Have you watched Tar? I want to watch Tar again. Lydia Tar, slay on, girl boss. Boss girl. Girl boss, boss girl. Lydia Tar. You forgot to take rage clip? I know my rage clips. I do. Did I talk about tornadoes before that, though? I don't know. Hardcore to the mega. Yes. it has an accent on the A. It does, which makes it extra hardcore, obviously. Then I have just, oh my god, I just screenshotted a lot of these, okay? I screenshotted a lot of these from my letterbox because it follows. All it takes to make a good horror movie is one page from Slender. Kinda true, though. Kinda true. Especially with how ambiguous, I guess, the monster in it is. You're looking into a tornado around you and... Oh, that one! Oh, that one! Oh, I remember that one. Now I know what you mean. I remember... Oh my god, my brain is working. That's great. And Akira. Akira is indeed basiert. So, in this corner of the world, super sad. Cry, 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 cry. War is bad. Hate war. Cry, 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 cry. The atrocities committed against Japan in World War II were pretty intense. Cry, cry, cry. That's that movie. Spirited Away, everybody knows. I don't need to tell you anything about that great film, obviously. Watched it in my childhood. Same with My Neighbor Totoro. Same with Lilo and Stitch. Lilo and Stitch also cry, 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 cry. Surprisingly, upon a rewatch, cry, 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 cry. Oh my god, found family. Cry, 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 cry. Family can be whatever you need it to be. Cry, 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 cry. You know, that's my review of Lilo and Stitch. Then The Lighthouse, less crying. A lot of, wow, this really feels very authentically like an old movie. Wow, the acting is very immersive. Wow, good acting, good cinematography. Weird shit going on. Interesting. Jungian shit. Of course, it's always Jungian shit, isn't it? Cry, 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 cry. Yes, that's what happens. Spider-Verse Zecke was bitten by a radioactive tick. That's true. That's actually true. Paprika is similar to Perfect Blue in that it's very good and very trippy, and inspired other movies. And Akira is very good as well. We have a lot of animated ones in this little feature. Amadeus is very goated as well. I mean, won Oscars, didn't it? Or something like that. I'm pretty sure for what? What category did it win Oscars for, though? I don't remember. Either way, very good. It's about Mozart's life. I really, really like this movie. It's a very, very good movie. We watched it in class, and I was like, whoa, my life is forever changed. I like this film. It's fun. I like, after that, I'm like, Mozart actually goes hard. Because, like, Mozart music isn't really for me. Generally, I'm not the biggest fan of Mozart in the sense of the music that he made, but like Mozart's life kind of went hard. And I mean, Lacrimosa is pretty good, I guess. And some of it, yeah, I'm like, his operas are, they're good, I guess. They're just not my favorite. You know what I mean? Oppenheimer versus Barbie is the new Minions 2 versus Morbius. Kind of, but in this case, both movies are actually going to be good as hell instead of, well, Minions 2 and Morbius, I think. Amadeus Falco. Yeah, that's the review of this one. Then we have some more. I just put a lot of movies here, okay? I'm thinking of Ending Things. Kind of a spiritual successor to Synecdoche, New York. So, absolutely goated. Goated with... you really should watch this movie twice, by the way. Because the ending reveals a lot about what was actually going on in the film. So I think you should watch it twice. It's very good. Fantastic, even. Super great performance of everybody who was involved in it. Very alienating. It feels like you're disassociating the entire film. Great. Good stuff. Very slow movie as well, but I like that. Also visually very appealing. Very nice. Very good. Black Swan, amazing, obviously. I mean, we know Black Swan, inspired heavily by Perfect Blue. Very good. Possum. Now, this is a movie that you can watch if you want to. I'm not going to tell you to necessarily do that if you don't know much about it. It's technically a horror, but it's so much more. Yeah, Perfect Blue inspired Black Swan, I think, quite heavily. I'm thinking of Ending Things. Wow, isn't that a coincidence? It's actually a very clever title as well. It's a very, very clever title. Oh yeah, I saw that, Theo. I was browsing Picrew and I saw that, actually. That's why I was thinking about this earlier as well. Grand Budapest Hotel. Absolutely great. Super funny. Amazing. Good film. You should watch it. Wes Anderson films are great. I mean, Fantastic Mr. Fox is on here over there too, because they're good movies. They're visually absolutely stunning. The story is fun. Yes. Yeah, yes, there is, Isabel. Yes, there is. Grand Budapest Hotel, great. Recommend. Fantastic Mr. Fox, great. Recommend. Oh, your all-time favorite is Bridge to Terabithia. I think I've watched this when I was, like, younger. And by younger, I mean quite drastically younger, so much so that I don't remember much of it. But I think it was good. I should really rewatch it though, because I think it's the kind of movie where you're like, okay, it was on television. I was kind of watching it, but do I remember? Not particularly. Gone Girl is insane. Gone Girl is great. Absolutely amazing film. I was blown away the first time I watched it. Just like female villain on top, girl boss. Once again, absolutely girl bossing. I forget her name, but her, Gone Girl and Lydia Tarr could team up and destroy the entire fucking world. Would be great. I'd love to see it. Also, I can turn desktop audio back on, even though there's nothing going on there, but that's fine. I like philosophical movies. I do like them a lot. May I see it for research purposes? I don't even know what's in there. I don't know if there is. I don't think there is anything in there or anything. But it's just, yeah, you know, it's just gross. I fell in love with Rosamund Pike watching that movie. Okay, maybe I should rewatch. Oh, that's the actress of in Gone Girl. I had to like think. Okay, first which movie? Second, who is that? Then I remembered, and then I remembered twice. Reading chat, so good, so big brain. Philosophische Filme für Dichter und Denker. Yeah, of course. Spider-Verse, Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse. Duh. It's great. It's a great movie. Still haven't seen the new one. Even though that's all that my friend Juno talks about. But I still haven't seen the new one. Pan's Labyrinth was something I watched recently. And oh my god. Holy shit. I thought that would be such a different movie. I mean, I know it was Guillermo del Toro. And that's pretty dark and all of that. But oh boy. I was not prepared for like any of that. But it was good. It was even great, I would say. Cloverfield Lane, also something I didn't. Cloverfield Lane, also something I wasn't like prepared for when I watched it, because I thought it would be just, you know, whatever. I didn't really know what to expect, but I thought it would be more like popcorn flick-y, but it was very engaging. I liked it a lot. And Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind was something that I always mixed up with Requiem for a Dream, and that left a very confusing image in my mind, but that one's very good as well. A serious Jim Carrey movie. Did you know? Pan's Labyrinth is so good. It is so many wholesome films like Pan's Labyrinth and Cloverfield Lane. Yes. And Nymphomaniac Volume 1. Again, not a Lars von Trier fanboy, swear to God, but Nymphomaniac Volume 1, I really did. I did enjoy. I did enjoy that one. Now Volume 2, less so. Enjoyed it less so. I have to say I did enjoy that. Because the characters started just waxing poetically about shit, like, right into the camera, more so than they did in Volume 1. Basically, like, this is me. I am the author. I'm speaking through this character to you, the viewer, right now. Listen up. And that was not so enjoyable. But the first one was pretty good. Donnie Darko, I've also watched. I just didn't... this is an incomplete list, I have to tell you, because I couldn't just screenshot all of them right now. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. It'll just remain an incomplete list. Watch Donnie Darko, very good. I enjoyed that one a lot as well. Puss in Boots, obviously. We know. Everybody knows. Also, it follows through with the death theme that I have in my movies. If the movie is talking about death, it's probably good. Cube! Yeah, Cube. You guys know Cube? Cube is fucking great. I didn't expect Cube to be great. We watched Cube on a whim at some point. And I thought it was just gonna be like a silly slasher. And I mean, I guess it is a slasher in a sense. But Cube is actually really good. Avoid Donnie Darko 2. Oh, there is a Donnie Darko 2. I didn't even know about that. I will do so. I will avoid that. Didn't even hear about it yet. And Tick Tick Boom is on here. Tick Tick Boom influenced my trajectory of life in a sense a little bit. Because I feel like it's very aspirational. Because the writer... I know his name. I don't know his name. The man portrayed by Andrew Garfield, whose name I definitely know. He wrote fucking Rent, didn't he? You should know that one. I don't though. The trajectory of his life is pretty inspiring because it took him a long time until he got his works actually published in a sense that actually drew the attention of anybody important, that it actually got put on Broadway and stuff like that. So I found that very inspirational. Also, it has good tunes in it. And also, it's kind of sad. Yes. If Puss in Boots is there, how could you not include the absolute masterpiece that is Shrek? I mean, Shrek is fun. Shrek is fun. I could have put Shrek into guilty pleasures, but I didn't have time for that. Have you watched the first part of Puss in Boots? I have not. I feel like everyone dismissed it, but it's really good too. It is. I don't know. I was never interested in the spin-off movies from Shrek, because, you know, Shrek got bad after the third one, so I was figuring, okay, the spin-off movies gotta probably also be bad. But then everybody talked about The Last Wish, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, and then I watched it together with a friend, and it was really, really, really good. A lot of games have been released emulating cube setting. I bet you can try to survive getting through the cube. I bet this makes a good like video game setup. But I don't know if they're gonna have done a great job with it. Guilty pleasures is kind of hard to do because I don't experience the feeling of guilt. So I tried to put in the movies that I gave a little heart to on Letterboxd, but didn't rate super highly. Now, Interview with the Vampire, it's been a while since I actually watched that. I don't know if that's cinematically good. I guess this is what that category is for. But I liked it a lot, so that's why it's there. It is chapter 2, but both of them. It chapter 1 and 2. I feel like they're not like cinematic masterpieces or anything, but I liked them. I found them fun. Same with Birds of Prey. I don't think Birds of Prey is like a cinematic masterpiece, but I liked it a lot, and I rewatch it somewhat habitually. Same with Megamind. Megamind is funny. Megamind is very funny. I watched it only once. I feel like I should rewatch it sometime because it was very funny. Cube is a very effective horror movie because, like, can you imagine needing to do math in order to survive, right? Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Now, I like that the protagonist... I'm actually gonna not say that. Watch Cube. Watch Cube. There's stuff that happens there. This is not complete at all, but my letterbox is quiet. That's not one. Didn't I mean personal? Personal? I don't know. Or big? What the fuck? Why did I type quiet? What does that mean? Anyway, I made this like seconds ago. And for music, I literally just put these two. I put Ghost and I put United in Grief by Kendrick Lamar because that's like one of the favorite songs that I listen to at the moment. I could put more songs, individual songs, but I still want to make that playlist. So many things I want to do. Jesus Christ. I rarely listen to bands. Yep, that's true. I only really listen to Ghost. Ghost is the only band I listen to. Harley Quinn is in a sapphic paradise in Birds of Prey. Yes, that's very true. And that's very good. Ghost is based. Ghost is very based. Love me some Ghost. Literally the only band I actually listen to, because otherwise it's just individual songs. Okay, I find a song, I like it, I listen to it. Do I listen to the rest of the discography from the band? No, I don't. Unless it's Ghost. Ghost is all of them. Kino is a good band too. Okay. I could check out Kino. Maybe I'll just write some... I could write some like genre reviews. Maybe that would be fun. I thought that was the Bosch Destiny song on the right. It's from the same album, but it's not the Bosch Destiny version. No, this one's United in Grief. I can say this for almost every movie released ever, but seeing it on the list, the book's better. The It movie is fine, but the book is highly recommended. A read through. I bet I've never read a Stephen King book. Maybe I will one day. Not right now. You could put Birthday Massacre in there. True. Although they're not like in my regular listening circle yet. That's always a thing that's hard to do, getting in there. Either it happens through just random chance and I listen to like, again, one song and I'm like, okay, this is it now. But for a whole band to get in there, very, very tough. Very tough. I get bored of stuff very quickly. See, that's why only Ghost is in there. I thought that was that. This is my media takes for now. I will expand upon the media takes when I can. I will show you more. Maybe I will stop expanding on the movies and only add new ones that I watched, because I haven't watched a movie in such a long time now. Last movie I watched was Renfield. Renfield could be in the guilty pleasure list as well. Plus Renfield. That shit was pretty funny. That shit was very funny. Actually, I was cry laughing while watching that with my friend. One day, you can also achieve a la Reddit anti-chat rant at 2 a.m. I'm hoping for it. I need, like, more controversial takes. Because I need to talk about something that I hate in here. Because otherwise, you don't get the controversy. Like, if you just listen to people talking about the stuff that they like... you're not gonna find too much controversial shit about that. I can find some of that. I dislike quite a few gaming experiences, I think. Like, I didn't like, wait, here, listen. This will be the controversy take. Games I don't like. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. I spelled Revengeance wrong. That's how you spell Revengeance? Oof, okay. Didn't like it. There it is. Played it. Didn't like it very much. But I don't have, like, intricate things to say why I didn't like it, because the reason is just wasn't for me. Like, what else am I gonna say about that? Can I get canceled for this now? Clip me and chip me. Cancel me for this. How do I unsub? Well, it's actually, you gotta go through a maze, and the maze is filled with rats, and you get waterboarded at the same time, and yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a toughie. Unsubscribing is hard. I didn't really like it that much. I would prefer putting games in there where I actually have, like, a solid opinion, because I can totally see why people like this game. It's not a bad game or anything. I just didn't like it, which is the worst take to have. Like, it's completely reasonable, but it's very boring. It's much more fun when you can be like, no, this is bad because of this, that, the other. But it isn't. It's just not for me. Sad times. It's like, I didn't like it. Swords, I made it the fuck up. Yeah, literally. Rats? Whoa, that too. And rats? I was crazy once. They put me in a rubber room with rats. Rats make me crazy. Rats? I was crazy once. They put me in a rubber room with rats. How do I file a police report? That's gonna be tough, actually, because you're, like, international. How would you do that? I don't know. I don't know how you would do that. File an international police report for somebody who's in Germany. Well, we talked about my media takes, because, you know, we all love sharing media takes. Although, I guess, sometimes that causes quite a bit of animosity, but, you know. It's like, it's just resentful because Armstrong is more swole. True. I'm just jealous. Of Armstrong. If I had nanomachines like Armstrong does, I would love that game, obviously. I wanted to give you an update on the trucker who assaulted the climate activist. We all remember that, right? We all remember that. If the website loads, we remember that. This is not the same spot where that happened, but still. So, this happened in Stralsund. At least. Well, maybe this is the same spot and it's just a different, like, point of view. I don't know. Either way, this happened in Stralsund, northern Germany. And a truck driver drove into a peaceful little climate protest. Now, I've talked about my opinions about that form of protest specifically a lot, and I guess we're gonna hear it again a little bit, but I don't want to, like, relitigate every single point in that. I'm just saying this specific type of protest, probably not the most useful. That reaction, however, definitely not appropriate. That's all. And apparently, there's now some politicians starting fucking fundraising things for the fucking truck driver. Huh? The curious thing. So this recaps the whole entire story a little bit. This guy, because of course the truck driver was fired. His license plate was in the video. He was fired. I think he even lost his license to drive to begin with. But they are raising money. Bürger für Stralsund, a coalition of people who live in Stralsund, I guess, are raising funds for this truck driver, who they call, this is the cheesiest shit. You can't make that shit up. It's so cheesy. They're calling him the King of Hearts. Well, okay, that sounds like he's like a fucking playing card, but like King of the Heart. I don't know how to convey to you how fucking cheesy this is. This is like isn't this like what they call Diana, Princess Di? Don't they call her like the Queen of Hearts or something like that? But this is like the male version. It's horrible either way. Hey, Otskin, welcome. You shouldn't run over protesters, but you shouldn't be able to run down accessories to climate-induced. But you should be able to run down accessories to climate-induced murder. You think, right? You're just preventing a murder at this point. Otherwise, yeah, where's the trucker at? The trucker is just fired, I guess. And now they're raising a lot of money for him over on Facebook. Let's go, Facebook. It's just a very long... That's a thing that Germans always do. It's just giving people their fucking IBAN. I find that weird, but you know, I guess that's fine. They have this, yeah, they have the little IBAN on the image and everything, like, here, send money to this place, please, thank you very much. Because of course, this guy needs, like, I don't know how much he has, that's something I would like to know though, but this guy who ran over people who were protesting for like climate change related issues, yeah, he needs our funds. Fundraising for the King of Hearts. He's such a victim, guys. He's such a victim. They did that the entire time, though, on Twitter too. As soon as the news broke, people on the right side were saying shit like, "Oh, this guy, yeah, he lost his job, and he just tried to like get to work, and oh my god, it's so sad." Like, come on, calm down. Germany should take notes from their French siblings. I agree. The French always go way harder when it comes to protests and stuff like that. Although, in this specific case, the French did the exact same thing. They also made a fundraiser for the fucking cop who shot Nael, and that raised like a good amount of money for them. So it's the same. It's the same everywhere. So they're just raising money. They're justifying that to raise money. Here, they talk about another right-wing conservative news outlet, Young Freedom. Of course, they're Young Freedom. That's a good name for a right-wing news outlet. Started a fundraising campaign for the trucker that they closed on Monday. So there's multiple ones, because we can't just have one after they apparently, according to the outlet, raised 25,000 euros in a couple of days for the for the trucker, for the lawyer of the trucker, I guess, for his lawsuit thing. Sure, cool. I guess it is. I've never heard of them beforehand, Young Freedom. Well, I heard of them exactly one time. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, I can tell. I click on their fucking website, and this is the first thing that greets me. Yeah, they seem well adjusted. They're saying, what if a student feels like they're an animal? Yeah, that's definitely the next sort of law that they're gonna try and pass, is that Therians get their share. So that was the article about the trucker generally. That's media takes. Nope. This trucker guy. Damn, driving over protesters is lucrative. Lucrative as hell. Yes, it is. Oh, you're away on religious business for a bit. I'll be back. Okay, have a good time. Have a good time. We should do a rebirth of Earth-Chan Rule 34 to turn the Coomers into climate activists. Yes. Yes. Weaponize their Coomerism for good. That is what we need. All crimes are now measured to see if they occurred within 10 seconds after all. Under 10 seconds is not a crime, somehow. True, that is we saw that about the ruling in Italy last week when we talked about that. Yep. Hello, Joestar. You missed my 1 hour rant about media takes. Well, I wasn't ranting. Honestly, I'm so chill. I'm such a chill streamer. Couldn't say that about everybody here. After we win on trans rights, the next thing is to fight for polyamory, though. For real, though. For real. But polyamory, isn't that in some states, at least in the US, pretty accepted? I think even, like, religious people endorse polyamory sometimes. I don't know what the rights are like for polyamory, though, over here specifically. I have no idea. Never really looked into that. Yep, that thing, Nessie, I've also seen that, and it's also on the list somewhere. No, it is not. Oh, okay. Well, what's the thing with the, like, Utah is, though? Oh, it's a Utah thing, I guess? I don't know. I am not up to date on that at all. Another thing I've seen, now I don't have any links to that specifically, but I wanted to talk about it anyway a little bit. I've seen other videos of people straight up attacking climate activists from the same sort of like movement, the Letzte Generation, last generation movement that we have over here in Germany. These were all clips that were coming out of Germany, I think, because I guess that's the only country where that is happening a lot. I've seen more videos I wonder if I have them bookmarked, actually. Can I just go to my bookmarks, or is that a bad idea? Also, where did Twitter put my bookmarks? There they are. Found them. That one. I have interesting bookmarks, okay? Nope. I do not have them bookmarked. Cool. I love being good at research. So there was videos on Twitter, and my sources just trust me, bro, where people were dragging climate activists off of the street by their hair, you know, throwing them into bushes, that sort of stuff. Also one video where just one woman ran into like a protest that was moving, like a normal protest, I guess, into a demonstration of climate activists, and she was just running in there, ripping their banners apart and like shoving people around, and it was just one woman. It was just a random woman who ran into this protest. And the general reaction on Twitter that I've seen, that I also agree with, is Jesus Christ, please do fight back, dude. You cannot just, especially with that one woman running into your protest, please, okay? Just do something. I understand the whole peaceful protest thing, but it's obvious it's not working. You're getting beat up. You're getting beat up all the time. And nobody, like, the thing is, with a peaceful protest, I think the idea is that you're supposed to gather sympathy from the general public. I get the notion of that, but it's obviously not working because everybody who is a right-wing idiot is not any more sympathetic to you. They think you sitting in the street is an act of terrorism or something like that. So at that point, you know, just like defend yourself a little bit. This would be in the realm of like defending yourself. This is not even like attacking or anything. I'm pretty sure even legally you should be fine. If somebody starts swinging at you, I think you're legally allowed to do something about that, shouldn't you? Like, what the, please, just a little bit. Especially with this one woman. She was one woman in a crowd of like, I don't know, 10 people. Just move her out of the crowd. You guys together are stronger than this one singular woman. It's just, it's something. They were being filmed in these cases because the videos ended up online, but I guess other than legal stuff, nothing's really happening. I don't know, though. I don't know. I just wanted to say, in case anyone knows, but I've heard about a person named Chris from Mr. Beast group being trans, causing a controversy. Yes, that was a little bit older. Krista was their wife came out as trans, and that's it. That is basically the controversy. True. That's all that happened. And of course, Mr. Beast watchers are centrists largely, I think. Apolitical people largely as well. I mean, he has a huge audience, so there's multiple people represented in his demographic, but largely I think they're apolitical because his content is apolitical, so they don't really care. But there's, of course, as always, a vocal minority who hates trans people in such a big audience. They're going to be present, especially if the content is apolitical, and they were really mad about it. Now, Mr. Beast stood up for his friend, though, so that was a W moment, generally, yes. That was a while ago, though. Yeah, Mormons do that. It's not my polyam ass is sad. That, yeah, it's weird that is even like a thing that the government or like the law regulates. Like, who gives a shit? I feel like any sort of regulation about that sort, like anything to do with your relationships, the people you love, whatever, like that's something that the law doesn't need to care about, that, does it? Aside from offering protection. You don't have to like fucking get involved with that. Mr. Beast's audience are liberals and centrists with progressive bents. I bet. That's why the majority of his audience was okay with it, and it's only fringe freaks being really, really upset about the fact that, oh my god, wait, Chris, but you used to be different. It's like, shut the fuck up. It's fine. Beast for president. People tell me I'm crazy, and then I tell them they voted for Trump. Explain how Beast could be worse, please. Honestly, he would probably be better, or at least not worse than Trump, but he does not have a lot of political experience, so I don't know how good of an idea that would be necessarily. Yeah, Mr. Beast was largely, if not overwhelmingly, supportive, and conservatives took the divorce as abandoning the family and being cowardly after years of marriage and, like, 2 kids, which is so dumb, because conservatives, people have divorces all the time. Also, just because you're divorced from your partner doesn't mean that you don't take care of the kids anymore. That's not something that happens immediately. Sometimes, divorce is the best option for people, because if you are in a marriage with somebody that you don't like anymore, not like that anyway, that's gonna be fucking stressful, and stress doesn't make you a better parent, that's for sure. So, you know, it would depend on the people behind him if he were to run for president, for sure. Conservatives fear that they lose their personal servants. They fear freedom. Yeah, they kind of do. You underestimate how much our law is affected by how ingrained church is with the state. True, I do forget about that, because that's literally insane. That's I'm sorry, but like that's literally insanity. Church being so closely tied into like everything in American life is very odd. Something I will never truly wrap my brain around, because it's just so different, I feel like. Hi, Quartz, hello. We have a media takes thingy now. Media, wait, exclamation mark, media. That's how you summon this, just like Vosh. I think his command is that. Isn't it just media? I think it is. I'm not sure. If it isn't, I should probably change it to be the same, so you can remember just one command for the same thing. Yeah, I'm glad Mr. Beast and PewDiePie fans are mostly normies. Yeah. Since it's nice to have two of the biggest content creators on the platform not be openly hostile towards minorities. I agree. And that's largely the case. It's just something that you kind of lose track of, because the people who are hateful are so loud about being hateful, and they make it seem like everybody is like them. Hateful against minorities, hateful against trans people, hateful against, you know, anything that they deem woke, in quotation marks. But the general broader public is pro, again, quotation marks, woke stuff. So, you know. Hi Odskin, welcome back. Oh, you looked up the Italian thing again. Because the mother is no longer registered, the state can now steal the child from the family if the registered partners should, like, die. Also no inheritance. Jesus Christ. Italy is doing some stuff at the moment, isn't it? The fascists in Italy are attacking the material well-being of gay families and of children. It's just absolute evil activity. How the fuck is that possible? Absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers bananas. We have an article on the docket about that. No more LGBT rights for Italians. Also an empty check mark that we can erase, because they no longer would have custody. Wild. It's absolutely wild. We're talking about kind of everything right now. We're in between subject matter. I'm gonna move on to the next talking point in a second, though. Trump had never held a political office before he became president. True. This is true. Trump had zero political experience too. Please laugh. Understand that I'm laughing out of pain when typing. Yeah. I wonder who has more political insights. Well, now it's probably Trump, because he has held office before for 4 years, so he must know a little bit about the whole shit. But yeah, I guess they're both equally qualified, at the very least. Did you see the new suggested UK anti-trans education policy? I don't think I did see that. But Trump is funnier though. Trump is a very funny dude, but he's also going to jail, so you know. That's that. Or at least he should be. But maybe he can, I don't know, pay his way out of it. Either way. You know, there's a new video that I kind of wanted to look at. It seems interesting. I don't think it's necessarily controversial. Would we like to watch a new Sagi video together? It's titled Why OG VTubers Became Irrelevant. You forgot about them. And I think that is probably just because, you know, people who used to be popular back in the day aren't necessarily popular anymore. I don't think it's exclusive to VTubers at all, but maybe it would be interesting to talk about. Whoosh bad. Turf Island Evil and Whoosh bad. Still far better structured stream than Wash. Thank you. Thank you. The bar was low, but we passed it, you know. But we passed the bar. Hello, Mr. Nusagi, would you like to talk about VTubers to me? Shh, quiet, shh. I think this might be fun to watch, but we'll see, I guess. Is desktop audio on? Yes, it is, because I had it turned off for the longest time. It's like going to a doctor who has no medical experience before operating on you. It really is. God, America, are you guys okay? I don't know. Anime! It's anime noises time. We're watching VTuber related stuff because I wanna cover VTuber related stuff. My areas of special focus: Germany, VTuber, and politics, I guess.
Bigger than it was since...
loud. Volume control is such a bitch, isn't it?
...I's popularity, since Mythos Revolution, since Myths and boom. Whereas before, the options for big and entertaining VTubers were quite limited, now we have VTubers for pretty much most niches and variety of girls and boys weebs can think of. Hot office ladies, cute high school girls.
I guess so. Are you gonna mention politics streamers? Because I'm right here. I'm right here, buddy. I'm right here. Confused gay sounds. America is not okay. I know, it never has been. It's always worse than your European brain can comprehend. Honestly true. Every time I hear more news about things that are happening in America currently, it is simply beyond my comprehension. You guys are not okay. I mean, Death Valley has its new heat records I saw as well recently, so generally things are just not great.
Female yanderes, male yanderes, schizos, psychopaths, conspiracy theorists, comfy VTubers, tsunderes, chefs, GFE, BFE, and
plop, 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 plop. Get pregnant, get pregnant, get pregnant.
You get the idea.
And politics girlies, and do we have any politics boys in VTubing too? I don't know that many politics VTubers, to be fair. I mean, I know myself, it's something. You guys are never okay. I know. My yeah, I'm very sorry.
Anime archetype you can think of, there's probably a VTuber for that. The point is that the scene is much, much bigger now and varied than before. Because back then, pretty much the only available options for a VTuber to watch were different variations of an anime girl. Yes, Babinicos included. There wasn't really any variety or any flavors of different VTubers back then that had any kind of clout.
I mean, most VTubers now are also still just varieties of anime girls. The majority. Yandere when? I'm not involved enough, I feel like. I can be obsessive, but usually not in that sort of way. To be fair, conspiracy theorist shows Pipkin not a Nazi Pip, but that's my thinking too. It's like, yeah, I mean, that's one way to refer to her. Conspiracy theorist sure do be like that. I really enjoyed Aristocracy before. I think she stopped making videos. I don't know. I don't think I know her. I would love to do a politics while doing anime noises. Imagine everything's the same, but the anime noises are the politics are being presented in an uwu anime dialect. Now that would be a stream worth watching, wouldn't it?
And that was to be expected because the VTuber industry was young. Innovations and great ideas and avenues to expand would require time to be truly realized, and time was not on those VTubers and companies' sides.
Did you get quieter, buddy?
I've said this in multiple videos multiple times, but let me say it again. Back then, 3D was the norm for VTubers. Making skits in the 3D space was what a lot of VTubers were all about. And
yeah, I find it interesting that they moved from 3D to this sort of 2D thing again, and then back to 3D, but not fully back to it, because I guess 2D looks better. I find it interesting that this technology was even developed when people usually think of, if you pilot a model, you usually think of 3D in VR chat as well, right? People are 3D in VR chat, but Live 2D has become so popular. It's interesting. I like it though. I also like it better aesthetically. Live 2D models as opposed to 3D models. I don't know exactly why that is. It is my preference as well. I mean, a lot of conspiracy theorists are just like that though. A lot of people who are who claim to be conspiracy theorists are just obsessed with those specific types of conspiracies, QAnon, that sort of stuff.
Because of that, the directors, the staff needed to operate those kinds of machines. The equipment cost, it naturally meant that the barrier to entry to become a VTuber was high. That made it so that very few content creators could truly call themselves a VTuber. Skits were the norm for these content creators too, making it so that you were watching these VTubers as a show more than anything. The VTubers themselves were the public brand, not the company behind them, unlike now. And therein,
I mean, I feel like, that's a good question to ask. I guess Hololive and Nijisanji are the big thing where actually the company behind them is as much of a brand as the VTubers themselves, but I would say that VTubers individually are still the biggest part of the brand, I think. The newest Wagenknecht take on Letzte Generation is also essentially Wall Street finances climate activists to really? Oh, Jesus. Deindustrialize Germany. Yeah. That's surely gotta be it. I'm sure that's it. If I talk to anybody who's like, who considers themselves a member of the last generation, the Letzte Generation, I bet they're gonna tell me about all the big bucks they're getting from who exactly again? Wall Street. Yeah. That makes so much sense. that falls apart on every single level. That is so fucking funny. And about Niji Sanji. Do you know any branches of Niji Sanji in Indonesia? No, but I think they do have them, right? I don't know most Niji Sanji VTubers because there's so many of them. Can they stop? They have too many. I cannot keep up. Not possibly. We're already reaching the Jews are uprising, usurping Germany part? Fucking hell, man. It never left. It never truly left. For real, though. Like, actually for real, it's like anti-Semitism has been on the rise before the fucking recession and everything happened already, so it was pretty rough. Niji Sanji in Indonesia is on the verge of decline as well. Jesus. That sucks. Yeah, Niji Sanji is doing a lot of things that are not good for the company right now. I'm interested to see where that goes.
Therein lies the first reason why they eventually fizzled out.
Conspiracy.
See, with the popularization of Niji Sanji and Tsukinomito, they brought along two very popular forms of content that eventually shaped the current norm of VTubers right now. And those forms of content were directly opposed to the norms set by the VTubers at the time. 2D avatars and live streaming. Of course, before them, these VTubers did do live streaming at times too, but they were usually short, barely even reached an hour long, and they only did it occasionally, not truly being the core of their content. But as I said, Tsukinomito's popularity changed all of that. With live streaming becoming a success for Niji Sanji and being a factor for why Mito got popular as she did, other VTubers, big and small, started doing it, dipping their toes in the water and seeing how it goes. The trend became so commonplace that audiences rapidly preferred live streaming as opposed to the scripted content that they were used to, and it wasn't hard to see why. Zatsudans and live streaming were more engaging and feels more authentic than the scripted videos.
I guess so. Now live streaming has become like the standard for VTubing, which is interesting. Like why exactly is that? Most VTubers that are popular only do live streaming and don't do pre-recorded videos. But I guess that's just how it is. I might need to clear out the attic or the basement just in case they're needed. Our basement sucks for that sort of thing because it's like, it's an apartment basement. German basements are weird anyway. If you know German basements, it's like, it's a big space compartmentalized into smaller spaces with like wood stuff, but it's see-through. Like you can look inside, you can just see inside, and we don't have an attic. But yeah, I see. Come back to one of your your horrible, terrible men, Zecke. Yeah, I'm sorry. That is true. I'm watching a Nusagi video because I saw it on my recommended page, and I wanted to watch it with you instead of alone because maybe it would lead to some interesting, it would spark some interesting conversations, perhaps. Oh my god, Isabel, that's so dark. I love it. On both Secular Talk and Majority Report, they believe that even if Trump goes to jail, that may help him in the primary race. That is something I can also, again, another thing I cannot wrap my mind around. This man is literally headed to jail, and yet people are still voting for him? Who the fuck is a Trump voter at this point? This dude was like sharing government secrets with anybody who he like slightly wanted to impress. He was handing that shit out like candy on Halloween, dude. Why are you voting for this man? Don't you see that he's a fucking security risk to your country? How is he a president? They're just blind zealots at this point. I guess it's just surprising to me that there's so many of them, right? Jesus. Don't underestimate our future prison president. You say just kidding, but is it kidding though? Is it really kidding? Are we really kidding about this though? Hi Juno, how are you today? I know you're streaming today. Hello. How are you? I hope you're well. I talked about media takes today, and then than this, I suppose. And a little bit of climate change activism. But we'll get back to that again in a little bit. And now we're outraged about Trump, but that's always a little bit of an undercurrent, obviously.
Satisfied a desire for a connection among many Japanese audiences, especially the weebs and shut-ins who wanted that kind of experience. And eventually, live streaming became the norm too, and Live 2D also became more and more popular. It was easier to set up for those that wanted to become VTubers or had characters and OCs they wanted to embody, especially for artists, utaites, and Japanese content creators who already had anime avatars to embody their online persona.
I mean, I guess it's easier to set up than 3D. I suppose that's true. Like, Live 2D is a lot of work, but it's still easier than 3D modeling, I guess. I can only say that for sure once I've 3D modeled a thing. And I would like to 3D model a thing. You still need to learn how to do a lot of things with Live 2D, but, you know, still. You gotta watch the VOD of the first hour from the stream. It's all media takes. It's all media takes and nonsense. It's fun. I recommend it.
So because the type of content and the form that a lot of VTubers took up changed, the preference of the audience changed alongside them. But a lot of the OGs failed to catch up to that or didn't commit to the change as hard as they needed to. Their content remained the same and stagnated. And as a result, the audiences stagnated as well. The winds changed, but a lot of them did not follow its direction. Now that being said, it's not like short-form content as a whole sank to the gutter too. A lot of OGs right now, like Pimaru, formerly Kaguya Luna, and Fuji Ai, still do short-form content with relatively modest success. 3D content was relatively popular.
I mean, short-form content, I guess it's just the YouTube algorithm as well, because the YouTube algorithm currently favors longer videos because it favors watch time as opposed to clicks. So I guess it's a pretty natural evolution in that sense, right? Juno is among us. This is true. The sad nature of stupid people is that they see themselves in him. I can see that. His fanbase is stupid and narcissistic, like their chosen leader, Trump. It's a vicious feedback loop. Like, wouldn't you, even if you're stupid and narcissistic, like, wouldn't you also reach a point where you cannot follow him anymore? I think some people are reaching that point because some of the coverage about the whole Trump indictment and the documents and the Mar-a-Lago thing, I feel like they've kind of pointed in that direction where some people do have to distance themselves a little bit from him. And I mean, I guess the whole bipartisan thing is also in his favor because they're not gonna vote DeSantis, people who are not like on Team Trump anymore or not like or aren't fully on Team Trump anymore. They wouldn't want to vote DeSantis either, probably for the most part. So obviously they're not going to vote Biden either. So they either don't vote at all or they're just going to vote Trump again anyway and just consolidate that. Yeah, he may be a criminal, but still gets my vote though. The rugged individualist system makes you think that that you've won. That's why poor people shame other poor people. It's sad. It's a sad thing, isn't it?
That's the type of content big Twitch VTubers like Philian and Melody utilize right now. Even Tokinosora and Roboco themselves. Connection was the issue, not necessarily the length of their videos. The short-form content these VTubers made back then weren't able to convey a sense of connection to their audience, and their 3D skit format was lacking any sort of real mind-breaking innovations. Eventually, it got a bit stale. Meanwhile, their competition has innovated in ways they weren't able to.
Now, this is very innovative, as you can see. That reminds me of that song. This song is currently happening on TikTok again, but I knew about it before that too. Where it's about a first date where this guy, our narrator in the song, meets this girl, and apparently her favorite film is Human Centipede, and he's a little bit put off by that. But at the end, you know, they overcome their differences, and actually he enjoys her obsession with the film Human Centipede. Human Centipede, Human Centipede. That's kind of the thing. Mainstream VTube makes me vomit, honestly. Mainstream VTube has a lot of problems. The more and more recently, I see it more and more, and I don't like it. Mainstream anything is disgusting to me. I don't think I have that hard line of a stand. Sometimes, I guess, mainstream media. What would mainstream media contain? But I'm sure there's some stuff in there that I like. Most probably. I mean, there are certain streams of mainstream VTubing that I like as well. Just the industry is so fucked that it's kind of hard to look at without thinking about how fucked this industry is. And I guess the same goes for mainstream media as well, doesn't it? Bernie Sanders versus Ron DeSantis is a general election that would have been very interesting to see. I would love that because I can't see Ron DeSantis ever winning, so that means Bernie would win, and that would be great. I would like that. Let's hope Zecke never gets mainstream. Do you consider Vosh mainstream? I'm like, how big am I allowed to get until I pass that threshold? No, it's Hassan level, isn't it? Hassan is mainstream. Vosh is not, right? Would that be it? I'm telling you to get going, cause I have a schedule to play at the cafe with your boyfriend. Let's go. Let's do that. Have a nice day. Thank you for stopping by.
Achieve or couldn't achieve at all, doing weird and wacky content that would have broken their public image and reputation among sponsors, accidentally or intentionally making funny gags with their 3D models and letting the community have fun with it. The bigger the ship, the harder it is to steer, after all. And at the time, the OGs were ships too big to steer that fast, especially with all sorts of execs and suits keeping them on a tight leash. With a change in the VTubing scene's norms and content type, the basis and type of fan content that's going to be produced was naturally going to change. Before, to reach into the greater world...
that makes sense. Capitalism has warped the mainstream into gross slop. See, I think you agree with Vosh's media takes, actually. You can't say his media takes are bad and then say that. Same thing he says. And not good. Well-made, innovative stuff. Something me and Vosh agree on. Okay, there it is. There's the end of that sentence. Yep. I saw that. Gross slop is a term I've heard many times now during the last 24 hours because Vosh talked about it ad nauseum today and yesterday. But it is true, though. It is true. They just pump out shit that they know that people will consume in a way that is satisfactory to them. Hassan is mainstream. If he doesn't qualify as mainstream, then who is mainstream? But yeah, the question, I guess, is if mainstream needs to be produced by certain types of people, because, like, he's self-produced, you know? He doesn't have people that tell him what he's supposed to do and say and whatever and stuff, so I don't quite know where the line is there. Me and Vosh are just two different versions of hipster. Oh, okay. And they, of course, would never get along. We know that different versions of hipsters cannot get along. Well, Hassan can be gross slop too, with a little heart after that. No, I get the vibe of that.
Well, Kizuna I and the other VTubers relied on the English community captions, and when YouTube got rid of that, they hired an official translator for their videos, making it so that their videos, even its title, would automatically be translated to English or other languages whenever a non-Japanese demographic watches.
Yeah, that confuses me. That confuses me. Sometimes video titles are automatically translated, and I'm very confused by that. I don't like that. I think I think that should stop, especially because sometimes they translate I think Japanese stuff and those like type of languages. I think Russian too. I've seen that before, and it always confuses the shit out of me because I didn't put that in the fucking settings. Don't auto translate my shit. That's also the thing I hate about Etsy. By the way, quick aside, Etsy translates everything to your local language always, and you get the most deranged German sentences for every single product. It's like, stop it, please. They are all in English. I speak English. Leave me alone. Please stop. I don't need this. So yeah, and mainstream or mostly lives. That is true.
Not everyone were able to get translators or even engage in the English community at all, tanking their potential to reach overseas markets beyond Japan or even Asia in general aside from China. With the popularization of live streaming content, well, I mean, good luck translating that live. See, while a lot of people like to look at live streamed content, the vast majority of people still wanted short form content and TLDRs, but they wanted more personality and that connection. Again, as I said, content length was not the problem. They still wanted that sense of authenticity.
You know what? Can you go a bit faster, buddy? I would really enjoy that.
And realness that comes from the VTuber. People wanted the same kind of genuineness, live reaction, and relatability that comes from their live streaming content without necessarily watching all of it, as opposed to such content being scripted. This is where clippers come in.
Krankenwagen? Wait, I'm a hipster who hates hipsters. You are. Fuck, I'm literally Trevor from GTA, but socialist and trans. Cannibalism included. You're just like him. For real. That is your just like you for real character. We all need to have
cannot
those.
Be understated how clippers literally made tons upon tons of VTubers and agencies, and how some clippers even outright saved entire VTubers' careers. Because with the popularization of live streams, people wanted highlights. There was a massive demand for it, in fact. A few clippers didn't just clip those streams, but even also translated them into different languages, setting the environment for overseas fan bases to form and grow, granting these VTubers foreign exposure. At this time, Nijisanji, and more especially Hololive, benefited from this greatly. However, unfortunately, a lot of the OGs did not have clippers, at least not a lot. Whether that be because there's not interest in them or not enough bilingual fans wanted to support them as hard as Holo and the Jisanji fans did? I don't know. But that's not exactly the only factor, because the YouTube algorithm helped with the circulation of these clips in the first place. See,
True. We may say that the YouTube algorithm favors long content, and that is true. Like, it definitely does. But also clips get pushed around quite a lot. That's true. Yes, I know. I'm so unique, right? I'm a hipster too, Isabel. It's like, oh my god, my model is so unique, which is fun. I like having a different art style than usual. Than what's usually seen in like VTubers, because they're always, most of them are anime girls, and I respect that for them, you know. I too like looking at the anime girls if they're pretty. Obviously, pretty stuff is nice to look at, but I also like looking at unique stuff. Recently I thought about how painterly could you get in a VTuber model until it just doesn't work anymore. I don't know, but I'd be willing to try it out. I think you could actually get quite painterly with it. Potentially you could, I think. Autistic people are just all hipsters, as we've learned. I think this is what we're figuring out right now.
The reason why HoloLive clips dominated the landscape in 2020 and 2021 was because when someone is recommended a HoloLive clip, they are usually suggested another HoloLive clip, and such clips could involve another member. The cycle repeats and repeats until one's recommended is filled with HoloLive clips. This fosters brand recognition and novelty with different members, a sense of familiarity with the overall community, with the agency. Supporting a group feels more special, more than supporting just one individual. Business-wise, community-wise, and even mental-wise. But with Kizuna Ai and the other OG VTubers who had no such greater community, they couldn't have this kind of help from the algorithm. Even if the algorithm decided to give you a translated Kizuna Ai clip, they're just going to give you another Kizuna Ai clip, and more until eventually, it's gonna get stale, and we're gonna run out of Kizuna Ai clips. There's no novelty there. Until, eventually, the algorithm will recommend competitors that did have a sense of culture and greater community like Holo or Niji, and they're going to be invested in that instead. That's one downside of having one person be your entire brand. Because if you are...
Yes, but not everybody can be an agency. Very true. Very true. Not everybody can be in an... And not everybody wants to be in an agency. I think that's why collaborating is kind of nice with it too. Same sort of concept, but you don't have to be bound to an agency. That's something that Vosh said yesterday, by the way. To cycle back to Vosh, I don't think we've talked about him enough yet this stream. That's something that Vosh said yesterday that was a little bit eyebrow raising. Like, okay, I get it. On one hand, I get it. He talked about collabs and how he doesn't like to do them. But also he said that he doesn't see the point in them very much, and then conceded that the point is probably just that audiences like seeing two people that they both like interact, which is not wrong. That is a part of what people like about collabs. But it's good for a variety of reasons. It's good for community building. It is good for... Well, community building is pretty important, actually. It's good for community building. It's good for more exposure for other creators. It's good for... I think it's also good to exchange thoughts with people who you aren't opposed to, or super duper good friends with. I think it's good to exchange thoughts with people who are in the middle of these two categories too. So that was kind of an insane take. But, you know, also I meant Warren painterly, like you can see brush strokes and all of that sort of stuff. That's what I mean. Exactly. Reject agencies. Return to collaboration. Manage yourself and manage your collabs. Now, do I do a lot of collabs? No. No, I don't. Why? Because it's a pain to set up. See, I do understand him. It's tough. You gotta be there at the same time. You gotta be available at the same time. Sometimes you don't know, if you have never talked to this person before, you don't know how your chemistry is gonna be. So you're like, is this gonna suck ass? Are we gonna be able to like bounce off each other in a good way? Don't know. Painterly. You've never heard it before. I've heard it before. I'm familiar. I want to catch up with Chad a little bit. A little bit. Yes, hi Angel Tail, welcome. I have a positive views of discussing the stuff that matters. I try to, yes. Love discussing the stuff that matters. Hi Meserix as well. I saw an indie, the name slips me though, with a very Disco Elysium style model. Please remember the name. I need it. And it only just barely worked. So I would guess that about Painterly, probably, unless I am a master at Life 2D and I make it work super duper good. You know, you're just describing you and Vosh's autism. Well, this may be true. However, he did also say that it's about, probably because of that, since it's tough for him to talk to people that he isn't like besties with. I like to talk to people though. See, that's how I'm superior. I do like talking to people, but it's still, if you're gonna broadcast that talking to people to another group of people, you're gonna want to make sure that the talking to people is both fun and productive or either fun or productive, at least. It gotta be one of the two, otherwise you're just wasting everybody's time. And that's something you're gonna want to avoid, and you don't really know that if you try to collab with people that you don't really know. Now, if you already know the content of another person, then maybe you're fine. Like, I would know, I would know that I would be able to talk with Vosh, I guess, but also I would be nervous about other things in that specific lineup, just as an example. But, like, I know I would be able to talk to Maxi. I've never talked to Maxi, like, voice to voice before, but I know we would vibe. I absolutely know it. That's a fellow streamer who's, like, a comparable size and not, like, the audience difference that me and Vosh have, obviously. You know? Yeah, that's the weird thing about Vosh. He doesn't want to collab with people, but at the same time, he'll join podcasts. So, well, he also hasn't done that too much at this point, though, I think. And you have to talk to other humans, oh no. Vosh finds this exhausting to talk in collabs. Yeah, he needs to debate. That's what he said last time. That's what he said yesterday. It's true. And I understand that debate for him is it's a structured thing. And it's also, structured. I guess structure is the main aspect of it. And I get that. I've never, I haven't partaken myself yet. I would like to, but scary. And also gotta find somebody that you want to debate with, I guess. And I do want to do that, potentially. I think it could be fun, and I understand his reasoning, but I do think that writing off collabs as nothing more than, two people I like interacting and that's fun, that's a little bit dismissive. Also, Tinge, yeah, I heard him, but I don't know where he is right now. He's left. The weirdest collab Vosh has ever done was a debate with Hakeem, where they just agreed on everything for like 2 hours. Maybe that was a collab. Yeah, maybe that wasn't a debate after all. Yeah, if you frame it in the sense of like a debate, and then you just agree. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. And then you just agree with the other. Yeah, that's missing the point a little bit, isn't it? I'll debate you on something. I don't know what yet, but I would. Tinja, he's barking at my mother. That is not very good for the audioscape that we have going on right now. But alas, it is what it is. Borkies. Dogs gotta speak. Not mine, though. He should stop speaking a little bit, I think. He should learn to be quiet. No, he's fine. He's good. And later Hakeem got VDS anyway. VDS is inevitable. It's the inevitable outcome for everyone. No, I was saying something, but I forgot. Oh no, I forgot. Tenchi has distracted me. Nessie says, as an introverted person, I'm exhausted after doing stuff with other people. That is also fair. I feel like I think I'm like either extroverted or ambiverted or whatever. Like there's so many associations people have with the word extroverted and introverted that they don't even mean the thing they're supposed to mean anymore at this point. But I like talking with people, is my general takeaway, but I don't like the uncertainties that come along with it. If you do it in front of an audience and you have to schedule it, scheduling shit just sucks. I hate it. I would debate you as well, although that will probably be friendly convo. Yeah, I have like friendly convo offerings, and that's fun too. That would be fun. Maybe I should do that at some point. I need to figure out your positions more. I need to figure out my positions more. Yeah, my mom is probably making some food for herself or something, because it's vacation time now. My mom's home now because vacation. Yeah, summertime, summer vacation. Let's go. It's okay not to be sure about the other person's politics in the debate. Maybe. The important thing is to find a common ground. It's like, I think in a debate, important thing is you know what you're gonna debating on. And I guess it would be good to know the person's stance on the specific issue. You don't need to know the entire background and history of a person. I know when Vosh debates people, he doesn't know everything about the other person necessarily either. Just, we're debating on this, and that's your stance, and that's my stance, and now we talk. That's basically it. So it's pretty simple in that way. You don't need to know, like, everything. Either way, I want to finish this little video that I put on that I have very little to say about.
Are gone. No one from your company or agency is going to make the prospective viewers stay. There's nobody to catch the windfall. Yuzunai's clout was massive, but the company banked on her being able to maintain it, and while she did have clout, the company behind her did not. At least, not among her fanbase. The same is the case with other OGs. Because she was alone, there was no brand loyalty. Whereas other groups like Niji and Hololive managed to accrue brand loyalty and clout, not just because the talents are more personal with their fanbase, but also because the other members are publicly associated with bigger members under the brand. The same principle applies to most of the other VTubers and companies behind them. Companies like Entom, or These guys, Update, the company behind I, eventually tried to do that themselves too, by becoming something of a management agency and hosting multiple VTubers to support something like an MCN. But Update wasn't exactly a brand to be sold to consumers, and nor was their management exactly competent. Update helped other VTubers with their own resources and management, but the people under them were never publicly marketed to be associated with each other, and that was because they weren't, making it so that these VTubers never truly benefited from the top's attention.
Yeah, I feel like the most beneficial part of a company is connections between VTubers and collaboration opportunities and that sort of stuff. That's the only thing that I've always looked at and thought was pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, right? Angel being so wholesome and healthy out here on the internet? Who does that? That's not an internet thing to do.
Never truly being able to enjoy being drip-fed experience and clout to a similar extent that big corpo VTubers do in this era. As such, Kizuna Ai's anime seemed like it was going to rectify this mistake, a means to market the group that was supposed to succeed
Alright, the anime! I've heard about the anime, briefly.
and become something that I fans will support. And I've already talked at length about the anime itself, so I'll leave you guys to it. All of this is to say that the OGs
I don't know
failed
much
to catch
about the
up
anime.
to the demands of the market and the rapidly evolving state of the industry. They were traditional through and through, not knowing how to play the game everyone was playing. So when the next era of live content and 2D content came in, they were too slow to adapt. Whether that be the fault of these suits and execs for not letting them try new things despite wanting to, or all of the parties involved for not seeing the industry's evolution and not acting accordingly, I don't know. But the schizo in me suggests that it's most likely the former. I feel like I should let you know first, but not everybody disappeared into the void in the universal way that I described. The circumstances for each OG VTubers is different. I'm just telling you all the general reasons as to why they were forgotten. But for
The void. We probably agree on political violence and socialism. I don't know your opinions on guns, but since you're European, I can assume. Yeah, I am like intrinsically anti-gun in my heart. Like the gun debate, I'm always biased against. I see that like right now, I can concede insofar that you shouldn't disarm especially marginalized groups, trans people, etc. You shouldn't disarm these groups of people right now. So I guess you shouldn't disarm the general public right now in America, because, you know, if shit goes down, it would be bad for some to have their guns and some to not. But generally, yes, I'm pro much stricter regulation in general. Not that anime. That anime had an NFT at the end of one of the episodes. Yeah, Kizuna Ai's company did stuff with NFTs. They did. Waffenrecht für das Proletariat. I'm I'm pro-gun with heavy restrictions. Yeah, I mean, we do have guns in Germany. They do exist. People can have a gun. You can have a hunting license. If you have a hunting license, you can have a gun. So yeah, you can have it like that, and that's fine. I don't have any problem with how we do it around here. As a European trans woman, you are anti-gun and pro-sword, as you should be. Give swords to babies. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah. I like that. Being pro-gun here gets you weird looks, to be fair. Yeah, it is. It's not the popular stance to be pro-gun, and I don't. In my heart of hearts, I do not feel very pro-gun. Marxism, hunterism, Anarcho-Jägerismus. Yes, just become a hunter. You're fairly pro-gun, but I feel like if I explained my position, you could understand. Yeah, I don't think that everybody who's pro-gun is an insane person. I can understand the position of pro-gun people, especially, you know, if you're in America, there's already guns everywhere. So your stance is going to be different, obviously, if you come from a country that has no guns, or very few guns, or if you are coming from a country that has a lot of guns. You're pro-me. You're pro-you, rather. You should have all the weapons. I understand this sentiment. I understand your position, Zecke, on guns, Zecke, but out here in the US, we're going up against Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear is another good movie that I should put on my media takes thing, because I enjoyed Cocaine Bear a lot. Very, very fun. Wash was right. We should reject drone warfare and return to sword warfare. Truly. Isn't that what's happening right now at the border between India and China, I think, somewhere? They had been having border disputes for forever, and they could never solve them, so they just made a little law that they can't shoot at each other at the border, so now they just beat each other with medieval weapons. I think I heard about that. Who needs guns when you got these bad girls? Kisses, biceps. Those are your guns. You already got guns. You're carrying. Yeah, the stick fights at the border. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? What's going on with that? Anyway. let's finish
before I
this
get into
video.
that, I feel like I have to preface this by saying that some of these OGs actually were wounded by dramas and controversies and behind-the-scenes tomfoolery. Tomfoolery that only exacerbated the issues that I've mentioned so far
Not
or
the
started their decline in the
tomfoolery.
first place. Kizuna Ai, for example, had a drama where the company wanted to clone Kizuna Ai to boost production quantity. But misinformation and
remember.
mistranslation and the failure to address the rumors in the appropriate time led to a lot of overseas fans and even some JP fans outright abandoning her for thinking that the original voice actor was going to be replaced and hating the company for that. Some coincidences only worsened those rumors, like the fact that the original voice actor behind Ai cryptically tweeted at some vague remarks that might have hinted at her getting booted, when in reality, she was actually doing shows and advertisement behind the scenes, that her clones were really just only filling in her shoes while she was away. Another coincidence involved song lyrics that seemed like it was foreshadowing.
Yeah, but clones are a weird idea, you know? Like, the fan base forms around the streamer and not the model. I think that is my stance on it anyway. I feel like some people might disagree. The fan base forms around the person behind the character. No matter how much they put on a character, I feel like it's still more about the person than the character. And the degree of how much there is a character it varies anyway. So that would be really weird. Yeah, I sped up the video. I'm sorry. This is easier for me to listen to because it's so long and I don't have that much to say about it. Didn't know they were using medieval weapons now. Could have joined in myself, shaking my head next time. It's not 2 times speed. It's 1.5. It's not that intense, I think. Yeah, India, China can't have guns with them because shooting was tended to escalate too quickly, so they just gotta beat each other over the head with sticks, as you should.
Update failed to address the drama properly for quite a long time, and I have no idea what stopped them from addressing the moment it started to become a problem. It took them half a year, in fact, and by that time, people weren't just interested anymore. People already consumed the misinformation. I covered this drama in more detail in a video I made a year ago, so you can see it from there. Another OG, Kaguya Luna, just disappeared in mid-2020. The reason
Some people have other things to do, I guess.
were unknown at the time, and she just crept back into her old channel Pimaru, where she is continuing to post content to this day. She's vastly more successful in it too, but in 2021, she posted a tweet essentially apologizing for leaving Kaguya Luna all of a sudden, explaining that there were some tomfoolery going on behind the scenes as well, especially with the people running the project, stating that she was scared, as she was just a country bumpkin that didn't know how rough this industry was going to be. Oda Nobuhime, who was also under update, faced a lot of clownery in her management too, getting to a point of wanting to quit and going somewhere else better, and somewhere else better she did come to. Ailen, Mirai Akari, they all faced some kind of managerial problems in the past that contributed to their lowering numbers, be it affecting their motivation to make content, be it the managers actually stepping in and taking their IPs away from them. All of that just...
Yeah, don't have managers. Be indie. Be indie instead. Don't have managers. There it is. I think it's also different for me as opposed to some of these VTubers because, like, sometimes with VTubers there is a separation between the character and the actor behind it, I guess. For me, there's zero of that. I don't do that at all. I just use this as an avatar to talk through. So, yeah, tomfoolery. I just wanted to know, chat, to know that I do have a sword. That is pretty good, Chris. You do have a sword. That's pretty nice.
adds up.
I don't have a
losing
sword.
relevance with the
I
industry
used
changing
to.
beneath their feet, and the external
I
products
used to have like a wooden sword when I was in my Toradora phase back in 2013, something like that. I used to have a wooden sword, just like Taiga from Toradora.
with their managers and companies meddling with their affairs, then it all goes to hell like this. A perfect storm of career-crippling incidents. Some of them are going to better places and still thriving, but some of them have gone radio silent, with prospective fans hoping that they'll end up adapting and getting a new chance, that we'll hear familiar voices in familiar communities. At the end of the day, perhaps the soul is not completely at fault for being in the places they are now, or what had happened to them. Fans can really only speculate and miss them, but ultimately, we can just hope that wherever they are, whether they've taken a new career path, whether they are completely different people, that at the very least, they're content, that they're in a better place.
Yeah, sure thing.
Okay, I didn't
You
mean
want
for
a
that to sound so grim. I mean, I don't mean that they're dead, okay? But, you know, a better place. I mean, they're possibly doing better, like, you know, a new job. You know what I mean, damn it. In any case, their
Yes.
stories aren't dissimilar to
I
the
do
many
know.
YouTubers of old that got
Yeah,
caught.
that's what I was gonna mention. It's like, it's the same thing that's happening everywhere. Like, do we still know what fucking Tobuscus or whoever is doing? No. I don't know if he's still on the internet. I don't care.
Gotten by the shifting tides of the algorithm. It's a food for thought. It's a very terrifying food for thought that one day, your Kamiyoshi, the VTuber you love so much, will one day be forgotten themselves. And that one day you will no longer care about them anymore too.
Yeah, that's how it happens with every piece of media, though, doesn't it? That's every piece of media around the entire world. Like, you will forget about your favorite people. It happens. Or you don't. Depends, I guess. So Zecke, was it Tsundere? In my Toradora phase, I would have liked to be. I liked Tsunderes. I think they're a cute archetype. Tobuscus went alt-right? He collabed with Rittenhouse? Well, okay, maybe I should have specified I don't want to know where he's at right now. Oh man, I used to, I watch this content sometimes. Like, did I care that hard? But no, but like, what the fuck? I didn't see that one coming. I don't know. You want a Viking sword. We should normalize proposing with swords. Yes. She may not be a character, but she sure is a character. Yeah, I am. I know. You will grow out of your Toradora phase. True. I still think it's a good show, but I'm currently not obsessed with it anymore. So that's something. A sword. Oh, you have an umbrella that you found that you were carrying around everywhere, imagining that it could transform into a sword and a shield. Oh, that's adorable. I like that a lot. I mean, some umbrellas are fucking sharp as hell. Very, very dangerous. Look at this lineup. Jesus Christ. I recently watched my first Keffel's VOD. Very long Keffel's VOD. It was Keffel's watching Demon Mama talking to Soul Bunny. Now, I was never, like, fully caught up on every single aspect of the drama, because holy shit, a lot of shit went down there, but now I know a lot more. Yes. You have the click video on your YouTube, Rex. Yeah, I watched one of those videos randomly yesterday, and that's why it showed up there now. Gavel's based. Very, 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 very much so. I think I agree. Like I said, this was my first 3-hour VOD of hers that I've ever watched. So my opinion is still forming, but as far as I know, she's very based, yes. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's the next one that we have. Julian Reichelt is being investigated for Volksverhetzung. Do we have, like, a good translation for Volksverhetzung? Do I not have this, like, little definitions extension anymore? Did it leave? Is it gone? Is my definitions? No, it's here. Google Dictionary. Why don't you give me definitions for Volksverhetzung? Well, I'll look it up then. Hi, Vita, how are you? Nope, that's the chat commands. It didn't open up the actual thing that I wanted. Volksverhetzung. Because that's like a German thing, so like... Volksverhetzung. Okay, I have never heard of... What? The fuck is rabble rousing? Isn't there a better one? It's like hate. It's literally a crime. It's like a hate speech crime almost. Rabble rousing? Are you sure about that, Google Translate? I don't know about that one. It's very German. It is. The fuck are you? Has anyone ever heard that? Arousing to action or rebellion. No, that's not real. No, that's not a good translation. That's a bad translation, buddy. That's the act of saying, writing, or doing something that makes crowds of people angry. No, Volksverhetzung is something else, though. I feel like. German is just a better language. So, yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. Good explanation. Maybe rabble? South Park quote, real. Every time I hear Soul Bunny, it's always within the context of some terminally online delusional lefty drama that I couldn't even begin to unravel. It's a lot. Yeah, I think it's always the same drama, probably. I don't think she's been around for that long, has she? For me, me normally, Southern American, me when I see a sword, my Viking heritage, for Odin. Oh no, skull. Yes. Oh, what did Vita say, actually? I just said hi. Checking in to see that you're treating the chatters well and the other way around, chatters. See, that's what you do. Very good, very good. I was also behind. I didn't actually read the thing. So, Bro is getting sued. General wrap up is, this is Bro. Can Bro pause himself? I hate Twitter videos so much. They're so annoying. So, Bro is getting sued. Bro is the former lead publicist at Bild, which is our like right-wing Fox News-esque, Ben Shapiro company-esque outlet, and he's apparently getting sued because, well, let's let him explain it, huh? It's like, it's kind of Volksverhetzung. I don't know how I would explain it the best. He's like Tucker Carlson. He's a Tucker Carlson-esque guy. He's like Ben Shapiro-esque, all of that sort of stuff, yes. So he claims the CDU-led government in Berlin reported us for inciting to hatred. See, okay, inciting to hatred, I guess. I guess, yeah, that could be. That's a better translation. It's also translated by Google. Why did Google give me the weirdest translation ever when I asked for it in their own fucking website? Rude, okay? Resisting the urge to decapitate athletes and to drive by shooting in a longship. It's tough for you. It's tough for you and your Viking blood. You gotta live out those fantasies in, like, a video game or something, right? For criticizing the rainbow flag in front of a police building. So that's what he did. He criticized a police building flying a rainbow flag. Similarly to what was going on with the White House flying the rainbow flag, perhaps? This is nothing more than a massive attack on press freedom, on my free speech, on. And almost all media and journalists in the country keep their mouths shut, is what he said. What the fuck is that sticker? I just read his fucking sticker, dude. That's why you're playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. True. True and real. His fucking sticker says that we are the last row in the on the bus. The fuck do you mean by that, brother? What do you mean? Also, this is factually incorrect, his statement already. Was hat der reiche Julian denn nun gemacht? Gemacht, so. He criticized the police for flying in a rainbow flag, apparently. Somebody corrected him. That wasn't the CDU. Instead, it was the Querbeauftragte, so like the queer... The person responsible for queer rights, basically. Yes. And he's like, calm down, nothing will happen, chill out. Or something like that. Either way, we have an article that goes into it a little bit more because tweets will not tell us everything that we need to know about that. Hello, Type, how are you? Did you sleep well after your hangover on Sunday, if there was any? In America, black people used to be forced to sit at the back of the bus. He's insinuating he's being oppressed. That's what I'm thinking that he is saying. Yes, that was my insinuation as well. It's like, but how does that even make any sense? How does that even make any sense? It doesn't. I guess their fucking rhetoric never makes any sense. The moment when you have blood dating back to every place England invaded, I am the colonizer. Yes. Mine is a bit much. I sent something in Media Talk. Have you seen the art disaster recent already? No, I have not. Maybe I'll check it out now after this. So, let's actually, my brain too warm to translate. Maybe I'll go back to actually translating. Legal trouble for Julian Reichelt. Yeah, the queer commissioner, I guess is how you could translate that, of the Berlin Senate, reported the ex-Bild boss, and he reacted indignantly. Of course he did. Yeah, he reported him because of Volksverhetzer, actually. Halt die Fresse, Springerpresse. Yes, please do. The Berlin politician Alfonso Pantisano reported former Bild boss Julian Reichelt. This is what the queer commissioner from the Berlin Senate writes on Facebook. Reichelt, in my view, fulfilled the criminal offense of inciting of hatred. So this is the Facebook post. I can't believe I'm looking at Facebook posts. So he talks about how in his... Oh, okay, we're going to Facebook. I don't have a fucking Facebook account. I cannot log in. Leave me alone, please. Leave me alone, Facebook. He talks about how in his function as the queer representative of how do you fucking translate anything? I cannot form a single thought today. It's real rough. As the contact person, I guess, of queer people in Berlin, that he has started a lawsuit against various people, one of them being Julian Reichelt. It's not just Julian Reichelt, but it's various people. Meta got you, no. Well, Meta don't got me, because I don't got an account over there. As an April Fool's joke, Zecke should just do a stream entirely in German. That would be funny. Especially now, since there's actually some German people who watch, because before there used to be, like, none, except for, like, some of my friends. But now it would actually make a little bit of sense to do a German stream. I had an idea for a German stream recently. I have an idea. I could do that. It would be like ASMR inspired in a sense. I don't know. If I'll actually do it, you'll see it. So one of them being Julian Reichelt, obviously. who retweeted a tweet about, you know, the rainbow flag being being put up in front of the Berlin police building. But what did he actually tweet, though? Oh, that's the actual tweet. Okay, show me the actual tweet. So this is, oh my god, look at this tiny little building. Okay, they put up the flag. They're like, okay, we're putting up the flag. Nice, cool. Still ACAB, but you know, whatever. Yeah, we're signaling solidarity, respect, and all of that good shit. Anti-discrimination. Well, it's good that you say that. Your system still oppresses them, but whatever. German ASMR? Yeah, I guess it would be Drachenlord stream. Oh my god. I mean, doing a Drachenlord stream in German would make the most sense, wouldn't it? And he said, Julian Reichelt said in reply to that every common sense person in this country would wish that the police and their... God, this is such a long sentence, brother, to translate simultaneously. Das von der Polizei und vor den düsteren Fassaden unserer Geschichte nie wieder die Flagge einer politischen Bewegung gehisst würden. Oh, okay, I understand. So he's making a comparison between the pride flag and the Nazis for some reason. And he's calling them a totalitarian ideology. Every totalitarian ideology has always promised solidarity. How the fuck do right-wingers even work in this fucking world? How can you, in honesty, argue this point? He's like, every person with common sense in this country would wish that no flag of a political movement will ever be hoisted in front of a police building, etc., etc. What? Comparing Nazis to LGBT. LGBT equals Nazi. That makes so much sense. And queer people existing is totalitarian ideology. Literally, the queer flag isn't even political. It's not even political. It's technically, in its essence, it shouldn't be political. The only reason that it is political is because of people like you, Julian, Mr. Reichelt, because they want to kill them. You guys want to kill these people, and that's why we need to make it political that you don't do that. It's like we need to put laws in place where it's like, don't kill them, please, let them live, please. And you make it political by politicizing their fucking existence, by trying to get them out of the public image, you know, remove trans people from public life, or whatever that one guy said that one time, with your political policies. That's why it's political. Otherwise, it's just, it's a sexual orientation. It shouldn't be political. You idiot. Jesus Christ. That's so insane. That's such an insane thing to say. Oh my god, that means I too would be a part of the new Nazi movement. Because obviously, LGBT and the Nazis are so the same. I mean, look at their values. Wait. Oh no, there's no overlap here. Find like a point to make. Like, how do you even support such a statement? You don't. You just make the statement, and the people who are already on board are gonna be more on board, and the people who are not on board are gonna ask you what the fuck you're talking about, and you're not gonna explain anything. The nerve of these people to compare us to the Nazis while they're literally being fascists themselves. It's baffling. It's literally baffling. It's like, yeah, okay. Solidarity is something that the Nazis wanted, I guess. Does that mean that the idea of solidarity is now bad? Also, literally all the other hashtags, well, except for maybe Polizeipräsidium, are partially very much against any sort of Nazi ideology. Like, how can you see diversity and be like, yeah, the Nazis would have loved that shit. Oh. Back in the Third Reich, diversity, they ate that up. That's that good shit for them right there. It doesn't make any sense. Think, Julian. Think. I remember the Nazis treating queer people so well, right? Definitely. They were like such allies. What do you mean? pink triangle? I don't know what you're saying to me. Please stop speaking with me. Please stop this conversation. I don't understand. That is insane. And then there's another thing that he also went to court about, which is this video, which is a 1.5 hours long. Holy shit. Oh my god, I should watch that. Oh no. They're making me want to watch it. But imagine watching like a 1.5 hour German video on stream. I can't do that. my main language is English. I cannot do that. I would have to translate all of that. I can't do that. That would kill me. I would die. This one's called Trans is a Trend. I mean, obviously, how this ideology is changing our country. Is this their version of What is a Woman? But it's way longer. 1 hour and 30-minute documentary. You gotta, like, calm down. You gotta stop. Please stop. The freaking Nazis literally, they burned them. Yeah, they literally did. They did burn them. Yeah, he knows what he does. He knows what he does. Yeah. Yes, the trans fad, of course, true. Trend, yeah, could also be translated as fad, honestly, in this way. It's a nice strategy. It's like make a lie big enough and then use the resulting confusion to gaslight and distract during the debate. It's a method of conversation control. Oh, hell yeah. I'll keep that in mind for my future debates. I will. We didn't burn anyone, but apparently some bigot got banned on Twitter. So yeah, it's the Fourth Reich. It's basically the Fourth Reich. This looks so interesting to me. Maybe I could make a video about this, because live, that would be a pain. Doing this live would be a pain, but I could make a video about it, like a non-live video talking about not live streaming. I would like to look into that, because that is Julian Reichelt's new, like, far-right outlet is Neos. Oh my god, Neos does not have that many subscribers. 28,000, I mean, that's a good amount, but it's not, like, crazy many. That's something you could, like, supersede. If you play it. If you play it slowly, I'll understand. See? Get them all on board. I don't think I can watch the 1.5 hour documentary video in German on stream. Just for our collective mental health. But maybe I would like to look into it technically. Because I bet it will be a pain to watch. But if I take some notes and only take out like little clips of it and look at those, that could be made into content. So I should remember that, perhaps. The freaking Nazis were so accepting. Yeah. And then there's something so fucked up if the villains are the most accepting ones, if you're being a donkey about it. What? So yeah. Anyway, because of these statements, which, yeah, they're absolutely insane statements, he went to court, because in Germany you're not allowed to do that shit. The basis is that the tweet by Reichelt, in which the 43-year-old criticizes the Berlin police for raising a rainbow flag. In the tweet, Reichelt spoke, amongst other things, of totalitarian ideologies. Yeah, every reasonable person wishes that the flag of the political movement would never again be hoisted in front of the police building and in front of the darkest facades of our history. Sure thing. And of course, in response, Julian Reichelt calls this guy, who's just doing his job, crazy. Naturally, measured response. What other response should they possibly have? He also reported Judith Sevinch Bassad, who, like Reichelt, is a former Bild journalist. Yeah, that's her, I guess. Is this Judith? Or is that you? I don't know. Now works for his news portal. In their video documentary Trans is Trend, they spread countless hate speech and misinformation against the queer community, especially against trans men and trans women. I think I do have to watch this video. Would you ever consider watching a 2-hour debate and on a less busy stream? I would. Yes, I would. Which one do you have in mind? Which debate do you have in mind? I feel like a debate review would be fun, but like also I'm not the most well versed in debates, obviously. So, but I do sometimes have my own points. Like which one did I watch? I watched Vosh's debate on the guy who's anti-contraception. Well, with the guy who's anti-contraception, and that was interesting to listen to. I had some thoughts, especially when they're like, "We need a woman to talk about this." the anti-contraception guy especially was trying to make like concession thing, like, well, I'm just a man and I'm discussing this. A woman should discuss this, as if contraception doesn't affect men as well. Like, no. You guys should. You guys also can discuss this. This is not a women-only issue. Yes, of course. Obviously, it affects women more because if they get pregnant, that's gonna be shit for the next nine months unless you do something about it. But no. The contraception debate with the homeless Norman Reedus. Yeah, with Bagels. His name is Bagels. So fucking funny. Like Bosch, though, I also have a little bit of sympathy for Bagels as a person. Are his stances abhorrent, at least on this issue? Definitely. Is he way too religious? Definitely. But is he kind of, like, sympathetic? Yeah, kinda. I don't know. He gives me he doesn't give me bad vibes somehow. I don't know how somebody can be this religious and not give me bad vibes, but he managed to do it. We need male contraception soon. Not male contraception. He also, they reported that. Also reported Christian Opitz and Christian Storch. 2 Christians. The managing director of Vios, the company responsible for media offering of Neos. Vios, Neos, Eos. Okay, I got it. Male. No, yeah, like actual male contraception though would be good. It would, yes. Because all of the responsibility often lies on the woman to make sure that contraception is happening, but no. Men should be, especially because there was male contraception being worked on, right? As far as I have heard, they had like ideas for the pill equivalent for men, and that one would have been less destructive to the hormone balance of the body of the dude who would be taking it, in comparison to the pill for women, which fucks your body up, apparently, quite a bit, depending on who you are. It can actually fuck you up quite a bit. I, of course, am unbothered by all of that. Arrow ace. Yeah, but still. But for example, you wanted to be better introduced to Kyle Kalinske, Secular Talk. He had a debate with a libertarian Trump supporter a few years back, and it was amazing. I mean, I could also watch these. I also like to watch these in private as well, so maybe that would be fun for me as well. But looking at something like that on stream would be fun as well. Also, what did you suggest, Isabel? I can zoom up. It's not a problem. I have an idea for content. Add English and German closed captions for both English and German viewers. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know if that works. Wait, are they automatic? Are they automatic closed captions? Would that work? Do you think that would work? I don't know how closed captions work. Especially live closed captions. I feel like they don't work. They just generally fuck up and don't really work. But yeah. Arrow Ace buff. Yes, that's mine. That's my Arrow Ace buff. It's mine right here. As far as I read, the Savink Bassad video is essentially a long trans people will destroy Western civilization. Yeah, I bet that that's what that's about. Maybe there's some highlights that I could talk about, though. Oh, yeah, like for video segments, though, not live. Oh, fair. Yeah. Can I add this? Is this something that I can, like, automatically add on YouTube? Because if I ever have to transcribe captions again, I will be... I will be game ending. Doing captions, technically, there's a way to... They're in Premiere, right? That's the editing program that I use in Adobe Premiere. There is a way to automatically do captions, and it helps. Now, do you still have to edit all of them to make them, like, be timed correctly? If you give a little bit of a shit, yes. If you don't give a shit, no, then you don't. But, like, if YouTube has an inbuilt automatic captions things, and I think it does for French, I know that. Maybe I could just activate it. That would be nice. Now, it wouldn't do an automatic translation, though. My videos are so long. If I did shorter videos, I would. But, like, for the hour-long ones, oof. It is literally genocidal rhetoric. Once you declare a group of people will destroy everything, you give license to do anything to stop them. And it's such misplaced rhetoric. Like, these people are just scared of their, worldviews of a restrictive masculinity versus a restrictive femininity collapsing and colliding into each other and becoming something new. They're just so, blindly frightened of that they never put forth any actual arguments as to why this end of the civil Western world will come about, because there's no way to package this in a way that doesn't make them seem like crazy, scared fuckers. Like, if they were to say the things that they actually think, first of all, they would have to figure out their thoughts, because their only thought is, that's scary, I don't like it, and oh, that's weird, I don't like it. Those are their thoughts. So, like, not very insightful, I have to say. So if you're trying to put that into a cohesive argument, it just doesn't work. So they pull other arguments out of nowhere. They construct them out of nothing at all, and try to get people over on their side with that, and somehow they fucking succeed because people are dumb, I guess. Or they're just opportunists who use hatred of minorities to secure power. That as well. It's an easy target to attack, and then they go with it. Although I feel like it's not the most I don't know. Maybe it's not the most successful strategy, because in the public, I think the majority of people are pro-LGBT, pro-trans issues, and the minority are against them. So if that is it, I don't think that is a hill to die on for them, technically. Human brains are very good at self-justifying, though. That's true. So I think it needs an editor. Oh, that would be nice. Because then, oh boy, I would have so many videos out. Because I'm still pushing back videos that I haven't made yet. I have the recordings. Just need to edit them. One video takes about double the length that it's long, depending if I do like minimal editing. Basically none, just cutting it together. It takes like double the length of the video in time for me to make it. And I'm like, yeah, that's a lot of stuff to do. It's not impossible. I should just do it. I should just sit down and do it. It's not that crazy amount of work, okay? I just don't. Just keep avoiding it. Reichelt responded to an ad by resharing the tweet displayed by Partisano. Oh, really? He wrote on Sunday evening, there is no doubt that if this madman could, and he is working towards it, he would simply have unwanted journalists arrested. I'm sure. So that they would not continue to incite against his ideology. We live in one dystopia. One? Basad tweeted at almost the same time. Jesus Christ. These people are so mentally unwell. It's kind of funny. It would be funny if it wasn't actually harmful for people. Because you know that isn't what this is about. You know that this is not what this is about. You're not just stating your opinion. You're inciting hatred against a minority group. How do you not understand that? Mr. Reichelt, how do you not understand that? Please do. Please do explain it to me. I would love to know. And also, we live in one dystopia. Why did that translate it so weird? Huh. Because she wrote it weird, I guess. Wir leben in eins Dystopie. Okay, cool. Cool. Either you winked a lot or rubbed your eyes and the tracker went on the rig picked it up. Yeah, I do that sometimes. I like to touch my face, and VTuber Studio does not like when I touch my face. I should just always emote properly, but then I don't. Have you never watched Phil Laude? That's a meme. A really dedicated minority is valuable in an otherwise unenthusiastic democracy. This is true, though. This is true. Most people, a great majority of people are pro-trans, but a big part of that majority is also not going to vote. Because how big is the average? Can I Google that? I mean, I can Google that, but am I going to find a result that tells me anything? Average voter turnout, Germany. Voter turnout. Just an average. I just want an average. Alright, it's not bad. I feel like we're doing pretty well on voter turnout for Bundestag elections as percentage of eligible electorate. Until when? Wait. Okay, no. But like, from when is this data? Can I see from when? European elections in Germany as a percentage of electable electorate. I mean, it's not that bad. The numbers are not terrible here. I feel like the numbers are worse somewhere else. West German federal states, Germany in total. Okay, oh, the 2017. Then the fucking years are right underneath. Open your fucking eyes. Okay, I got it. And East German federal state is a little bit less. That's a pretty good amount. That's a pretty good percentage. 70 something percent. But that's still missing 20 something, 22-ish percent of people who don't go out to vote. And those 22 they're probably all in favor of trans people, honestly. Those 22%, I think, would be in favor of trans people because the people who are against trans people generally are very intense about their political beliefs, and they will go out to vote for their right-wing ideology. And the people who stay home, majorly, are probably fine with them. They are not like pro-trans, they're not like pro-trans advocates or anything like that, but they wouldn't want them, rounded up into camps or anything like that. So, would be nice if they voted more. If AfD gets in power in Germany, they will probably try to legally protect hate speech. They will try to do a lot of things if they manage to get to a powerful enough position. And that is a very, very, very scary prospect. I agree. I don't like the idea of that at all. But it's a possibility. I wonder if we're gonna be able to turn it around again, because it's not the first time that the AfD has climbed the ranks of popularity. Obviously, it's happened before. I don't think it ever got to 20%. Wait, I have a little link somewhere. Is it you? It's you. Yeah, we're at 22% right now. I don't think it's ever gotten to 20% before, but it has risen before. But I guess never this greatly. That's 2019. I need a little bit more data. Yeah, it was up at 16%. I thought I also saw some websites stating that was up at 18% at some point. 16. Nah, that's 17 almost. Back in 2018, somewhere between 2017 and 18. They've been up and down. But what do we do to make them go down again, please? I would like down again, because right now that's a little bit too up for my liking, honestly. Also, Bro Dragon, your older brother said the most ignorant thing yesterday by saying trans people is the most political thing there is. Oh Jesus! Honestly, I'm convinced his hyperfixation is making my life hell. You should try to seek a little space from your brother, maybe, that you don't need to hear that all the time. I don't know if that's possible. You live under the same roof after all, but Jesus Christ. That must be rough. That must be rough. It's hard not to feel disheartened, I get that. But understand, your brother is a French case, maybe if that, that doesn't really cheer you up, though. That's like your brother. I guess that's just how it is in a conservative place. I guess it is. Hi, Aiden, though. Hello, welcome. Look, sad graph, bad graph bad. Oh, you had a dream. I met you while I was on vacation to Germany. Let's go, obviously, because I don't know what you look like. Your face was too blurry for my brain. But you were walking Tenchi, and we shook hands. Hell yeah. Did I have a strong handshake? Was my handshake maybe even intimidating? Did it communicate a lot of power? I sure hope it did. So, yeah, AfD is on the rise. That's not good. This is such a bad graph to look at. It makes me sad. We should stop looking at this graph, potentially. So, we'll see what happens with this lawsuit, if anything happens with this lawsuit. I don't know. Maybe he has to pay a fine or something. You did? Ooh, okay, interesting. Now that, I like. I mean, in my mental image of Germany is also permanently connected to Zecke, yeah. Obviously, as it should be. I am the king, queen, emperor of Germany, actually. I don't actually want that title, do I? We should talk about that. We can get through both of these. I believe in me. Rich people are unhinged. I need this TikTok. I need the TikTok, okay? I am the one. Okay, I'm gonna try and figure out where the TikTok is. Okay, don't mind me. It's not that one. It's not that one. I thought this was more recent. Oh no, did it get deleted? There's a deleted TikTok in the lineup, so maybe it might have been the deleted one. I'm gonna have to skim through the video myself if I can. I'm the CEO of BRD GmbH. Yes, that's literally me. Look at the bright side. CDU is going down. Yeah, it's not that bright anymore if they're gonna be superseded by the AfD. Dude, if the AfD is polling the strongest in Germany, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Zecke is asking if she asserted dominance in someone's stream. Yeah. Yes, I am. Also, I heard Tenshi's tippa-tappa, but I did not find it. Who are we bullying now? This dude. FDP Justus. Now, this is a German saying. A German meme, a German thing. This is an FDP Justus. This means that he votes FDP, which are, of course, the libs, obviously. I think conservative internet echo chambers found your brother and exploited his hyperfixation and strong moral ideals. Probably, yeah. Bro Dragon, that's for Bro Dragon. He's deliberately a victim. I don't know how much that makes sense. No, I see that definitely. Like those type of content creators who exist on the internet who make right-wing type talking point content do look for people like that. What is the FDP? The FDP is the yellow line down here. The FDP is the yellow. What does that stand for again? I forget every single time. FDP. Nope, none of these letters were correct. Help me, Germany. Free Democratic Party. Let's go. They're pretty bad. The Free Democratic Party. Nope. Why am I clicking on everything I don't want to click on today? Is a liberal political party in Germany. The FDP was founded in World War II. They're the libertarians. They're the ones they're the free market people. The free market people. I'm back at the best topic. Yes, this fucking dude. Arrogance, haughtiness, arrogance, superiority during the climate crisis. Us rich people will always win. Until we are all dead. Right. Cassie had a dream though. You and Juno, and about 20 other people whom I'm regularly in touch with were there. Oh, that's so nice. We went to a theater and then we watched Dune. That sounds good. That sounds very good. Robespierre intensifies, please do. Take a party when, honestly, right? When. Take a party would be fun though. Free as in the freedom of corporations to do whatever the fuck they want. Exactly. And the freedom of not having to think about climate change, actually. So, how do rich people justify their emission-rich lifestyle? I love German compound words. They're the worst. They're the absolute worst. Control F, which is the outlet, I guess, has talked to multiple young, rich, wealthy people, affluent people even. Those are not usually very concerned about the climate crisis and are pushing the blame of somewhere else onto somebody else. Do I want to read this in Google Translator? Perhaps. I don't know. The owner class. They are. Yes, send him Ben Shapiro getting owned, Bro Dragon. The FDP is normally pro-queer because of their voter base of rich gay couples, so, well, maybe that's a plus. The research format and the public youth portal, Steuerung F, and the public youth portal Funk, spoke to several rich people about their carbon footprints. The reports, private jets, yachts, caviar, how do the super rich influence the climate, is available on YouTube, so you can watch that if you speak German. Among other places, the attitude to those surveyed, there was too little information about the climate crisis. Oh yeah, totally. We don't know shit about that, right? What? What is even happening with the climate? I've never heard anything about the trends of the current, like, climate changes, about the goals that countries set themselves, that they keep pushing forward and further away and further forward, and then they don't meet them anyway. No, I have no idea about any of that. They themselves do not want to do it without luxury. An 18-year-old explained that he doesn't give a damn about the climate and that the rich always win. Is that this guy? I understand if that's this guy. Fucking this guy, dude. My water is empty. People who don't fly on vacation, then yeah, that's the one. They save on carbon emissions for me. That's the one that I got a clip on TikTok from. Theo, I guess. Sorry, Theo. It's another Theo. Theo. He's German. He's Theo. So Theo says, well, you know, I fly to vacation to, like, Ibiza or whatever type of places rich people vacation to. Sylt, I guess, maybe. He travels to Sylt with a private jet over the Pentecost. Ah, okay. That of course makes a lot of sense. So he flies to Sylt, which is not that far. It's not that far away. And he's saying, oh, well, yeah, my emissions may be high, but some people don't go into to travel to vacation at all. You know, they're too poor to do that, obviously. So they're saving for me. Theo doesn't deserve the Theo. Yes, he's Theo only. Theo, no, only Theo. Ben Shapiro ran away from a debate, debating Kyle a few years back. He likes to do that, I've heard, on Politicon. He is only good enough to debate college students and people who he knows he can win against. That's a similar thing with, I think Tim Pool is very afraid of Sam Cedar and does not want to debate Sam Cedar and cries about Sam Cedar. Did the punks leave Sylt? I don't know if they left. I'm sure they did leave, probably. That was like last summer. I wonder if the punks are back in Sylt this summer. We do have a €50 a month ticket now to go anywhere and everywhere in Germany. Much more expensive than the €9 ticket of last summer, but oh well. The rich always win, he says, as I sick the crows on him. He will not win against the crows. Yeah, he says coming to Sylt by Deutsche Bahn is a bit ridiculous. I would never travel with Deutsche Bahn to Sylt. He jokes. He is, of course, concerned about the environment, but he doesn't want to save. Actually, I don't really give a damn, he finally admits. And later, oh, there are also people who don't fly on vacation. They save for me. I am feeling a homicidal intent against Theo S. TOS is sparking a little bit of homicidal rage in my heart, but only hypothetically and only as a theory, of course. In further conversations with the reporter, the young rich man explained that he strives for extremes. He wants not only one house, but 20 houses. And the largest private jet. He also doesn't see why he should save CO2. 1,000 people fly to Sylt a day. 1,000 people fly to Sylt a day. Why should I be the one who says no? Whoa. I really, really dislike Theo. Ooh, Theo is sparking some primordial rage. Marxismus intensiviert sich in Minecraft. In Minecraft, I would like to build a Theo replica. Because, are you kidding me? You're 18. I understand he's like 18 and 18-year-olds are stupid, but 18 is not that long ago. And not every 18-year-old says this kind of bullshit. Nope, cannot say that. Cannot say this, that, the other. Yeah, this is the Mittelschicht. This is like, yes. That is exactly who he is, obviously. He's, middle class, obviously. What should I do? If there were regulations that would ban short-haul flights to Sylt, for example, he would stick to it. Yeah, no personal responsibility for rich people, of course. None whatsoever. Yes, Isabel. Die Krähen verfüttert werden. I mean, the crows would like it in Minecraft. In my crow raising simulator, if we replace internal combustion engines in airplanes with reliably working electric engines, I would have no problem with private jets. If there was a way to somehow make flying be climate neutral, yeah, nobody would have a problem with flying. Then, yeah, okay, you get the extra luxury, you get the privilege of flying in your little plane, but you understand how much harm flying in your little plane causes, right? He does, and he does not care. These people really want the boot of the state on them. I guess they do. It's like, before I make any decisions myself, if the state makes them for me, I can vibe on that. It somehow becomes more threatening in German. It can be. It can be more threatening in German, I agree. He also believes that climate change can no longer be stopped. Yeah, I think there's something we can still do. We shouldn't give up on it. Like, what is your proposal then? No, then I can at least hit the shit for the last few days instead of sticking to the streets. Of course, the climate crisis will also affect rich people, but the 18-year-old doesn't worry too much. Oh, the rich always win, he says. More power, more opportunities. Punkt. Period. You should have translated that with period. Period, period, That's a real Sozialparasit. We have like 7 years left to do something. It's to reverse it. I wonder. I don't think we're gonna meet that. I hate being a pessimist all the time because I feel like that's not really my no. Does my household have cars? No, my household does not have cars. Of course I'm gonna do the little poll. How do you poll in the middle? That's like a pretty binary question. Well, I guess it's percentages anyway. Theo Antoinette, truly! He's like, let them eat cake, I guess. Even though that's a misquote, by the way. She never said that like that. It doesn't matter. I like to believe that we can do something about climate change, because if we stop believing that we can do something about climate change, you know, what are we gonna do then? Just sit around in our doom and gloom and cry about how the world is over? No, I do think we have to believe that we're able to do something about it. Now, do I believe that we can do something about it under our current system, under the current capitalist system? No, I do not. Now, do I believe that if after, I don't know, perhaps an uprising of sorts, we could do something about it under a socialist system? Yeah, maybe. And of course, mitigating the effects of climate change is our goal for now. Anything that doesn't kill us all immediately is already pretty poggers. Don't use our sorrow to surrender. Use it to fight, literally, if needed, if need be. I'm all for being doomer, for real. Letting the world die is edgy. Well, the world wouldn't die. That's something I saw recently too, which I guess that could be a silver lining for the environmentalists out there. The world doesn't necessarily need to die. It will change, but life will adapt. It will just adapt in a way that maybe doesn't have us on it anymore, human beings. Human beings probably won't be able to adapt quickly enough, but some sort of life will come back, probably. The ecosystem will change drastically, but you know, that's what I've read about recently anyway. We can at least ease the damage on ourselves, though currently, yes, that is the main goal, I guess, that we can have under current regime and everything. Meal prep for the next day is finally done. Let's go, Warren. Good job, you got it. We can do something about climate. We can do something about climate change, but currently can't under the political conditions, because personal changes, you know, the changes that you and I make in our day-to-day lives are not gonna affect much. We can only try to work towards a better system that actually manages to do something about climate change. Instead of billions, only millions must die. Whee! Yay! Great! And build networks for caring solidarity and helping people, because there's going to be climate refugees, right? There's going to be people who have to leave where they used to live because the place is flooded. Most of the time, flooding is going to be the issue. Places where many humans used to live are going to be underwater, and we're going to need the places that are not going to be underwater are going to need to be ready to take climate refugees into their countries, which of course, oh no, refugees, another thing right-wingers absolutely despise. But guess what? Hey, wake up, these are the consequences of your inaction, okay? The more we change now, the more time we have to change even more in the future. That is true. Woo woo, the world won't die, just you and everyone you've ever loved. Leftist optimism. Yeah, it kind of is, right? It kind of is. It's such like a sad way of framing optimism. So I wouldn't even view it as that necessarily. Reject tax fraud. Normalize threatening them to use your tax money. You will use my money for good. Do it. I prefer that too. Broke. You're not getting my tax money. Woke. Use my tax money for good or else. Girls, we're gonna burn shit down. Yeah, also, you're sick of the constant 36-degree Celsius weather. Yeah, it's also warm. Like, before death, it's also uncomfortable. which I hate. I hate being uncomfortable. Haven't tried out being dead yet, so I can't speak on that, but I sure do hate being uncomfortable. Have tried that one out many a times. An ideal socialist pre-anarchist system will still have markets now if only some brilliant inventor comes along. Well, I feel like it's gonna have to be a little revolution, something of the sort. But the thing is, global revolution has never happened before. And capitalism is like ingrained in every fucking country. So maybe we could do the first ever global revolution. That's pretty ambitious, but we can hope. Climate refugees are going to affect politics when that happens. Yeah, I think so. But it's going to be a little bit late, isn't it? Right-wingers are always kicking themselves in the face, then getting mad at their knee for hitting them. Like, you were doing this. Can you pay attention, please? Wake up, please. This is your doing. Talking about underwater, since it would be really hot outside, underwater would be pretty nice. The submersible guys were right. Yeah, we gotta start building cities underwater. I mean, I like type of, like, future punk. Isn't that, like, solar punk as well? Those types of imaginary scenarios where all of humanity has moved underwater into little domes and shit. Do I think that's gonna happen? Yeah, I mean, maybe it's not impossible, I guess. Probably not, though. But it sounds fun. I like imagining that sort of stuff. We must build the European commune. Yes, Andrew Ryan was right. Make underwater city. Exactly, Europunk. Now we're getting somewhere. Italy is getting 48 degrees this week. So I've heard. So I have heard. It's rough down there, not just politically, but also climate-wise. Yeah, here's the video. Do we have the exact Jet Set? Woo. Do I have the exact clip? Probably not. Do they have most It's this guy. I do know that. I do know it's this guy.
Alle sterben und verbohrt sind auf der Erde, aber sonst mache ich mir da nicht wirklich Gedanken drüber.
You know, everybody dies and they're like getting burnt up on the earth, but other than that, I don't really think about it. I don't even know what the context of this is, and it's already horrible. Thank you. What the fuck? Yeah, this is the guy who said the thing.
Ich glaube, dass das sowieso alles hier nicht mehr klappt. Also
yeah, he's nihilist. Okay, cool. Like Bioshock, yes. Rapture, but socialist, but better. Bioshock, but better. German Elon Musk. It's the Elon Musk attitude. Same amount of critical thinking in this dude. But more nihilistic. I feel like Elon Musk is a little... Like, Elon Musk is more optimistic, I think, but like very misguided in his optimism.
dass man den Klimawandel nicht mehr aufhalten kann, ist ja klar eigentlich, ne? Aber ich denke mir so, dann kann ich wenigstens die letzte Zeit noch auf die Kacke hauen.
Yeah, okay, that's the exact things that the article also said. At least if nothing gets done about climate change and water levels irreversibly rise, we could invent a device that turns people into mermaids. Now we're thinking with portals. Now we're thinking. That would be something. A story idea you have an idea about an urban poor community and organizers finding a portal to another Earth without humans. And how they're preparing against powers that be that might take over. Interesting. That sounds very interesting. Write that story. I recently started writing that story that I had in mind for a long time. I think I don't know how much I wrote, but I wrote a bit, and that's pretty good. I hate nihilist, rugged individualists. Yeah, and this guy is so this guy is the FDP Justus. Like, he is the guy that you picture when you think about that, with his little, like, the way his hair is even like. I'm not sorry for hating on you. You have a Backpfeifengesicht, and that's just how it is, okay? You look very punchable. Yeah, nihilism is a very unfinished thought. Nihilism can be fun, but the way people do nihilism, they do nihilism wrong. And that's not, you know, like, you don't do the fun, absurdist nihilism, like nothing matters, so I'm having a great time. I don't feel troubled. I don't feel pressured. I'm having a good time, and I'm still working in my community and participating in politics, etc., etc. Like, that's the good way to do nihilism, but they don't like to do the good way to do nihilism, do they? Muss gewatscht werden. Yeah, I mean, maybe that would help him. I don't know. Maybe that would help him. Just saying. So if we want to, yes, we should go over this a little bit too, since we've been talking about it. What did I do? Yeah, you're also prone to more depressed nihilism. I understand where it's coming from. It's just not very productive. And I mean, people know that, obviously. Most people know that. But I do have a little bit of empathy for that, because, like, yeah, I get it. The world's pretty shitty. It's hard to be optimistic in these circumstances, but you should be. You should be. Nihilism is when you tattoo a 0 over your butt, right? Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how the joke works. Are there deeper levels to this joke? But yes, that is exactly that. Absurdism is best way to cope for me. Absurdism is more fun. Yes. Nerf dart. Nerf that. I thought that was a Overwatch reference at first. Nerf that, but it's Nerf dart. Nerf dart, yeah, a Nerf dart. Nothing matters, so might as well try to help people in this crazy hodgepodge crumbled together reality. That's the sort of vibe, yes. Oh, nihil is 0. Oh. Ah. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Nihil. They had a papa like that one. They have Papa Nihil. So it's 0. That makes a lot of sense. They have primo, secundo, terzo, and current one is Copia. He's not called whatever 4 would be. TJ Kirk talked about nihilism in an interview a few months back, and he gave a pretty interesting explanation on it. It's funny, every time TJ Kirk gets mentioned, I think back to my semi-edgy atheism days on YouTube, and I cringe a little bit. I'm not super up to date to what he does now, but I'm pretty sure he's like on good terms with Vosh, so I think it's fine. Isn't that Kierkegaard? I've never read Kierkegaard. Italy. Italy begins stripping lesbian mothers of their parental rights. Cool, Meloni. Cool. One mom said she cried for 10 days after hearing she was being removed from her daughter's birth certificate. What the fuck? Italy. Why are we doing this? It's in conjunction with its crackdown on the rights of same-sex parents, the Italian government has begun retroactively stripping same-sex parents of their legal connection to their children. Literally? Why are you... Stop. Italy. Bad. 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 Stop. Get down. Stop it. Stop doing that. Family values. Am I right? What the actual hell? I don't like saying bad words, but shit. Yeah, it is shit. They're just doing open fascist shit in Italy now. I don't know. Absurdism is putting a name tag to a melon, naming it Steve, and worshipping it. That does sound like it would give some meaning to life where you don't have it otherwise. Can't even be considered to be a parent legally. Like, what the fuck? Michael Lady told the Daily Mail that she cried for 10 days after receiving a letter informing her that she would be removed from her daughter's birth certificate. It was as if I did not exist. Lady? Italian, my friends, and her wife Viola are reportedly only one of the first 3 lesbian couples to have their children's birth certificates changed. Starting with 3 people is also kind of a wild thing to do. That feels like a personal attack at this point. Like, how the fuck do you choose 3 people to do that to? I mean, it's gonna get worse if they do it to everyone, but like, at least if it's everyone, it's everyone. 3 people? Why do you start with 3 people? Fascism got Italy with Meloni, yes. He's on good terms with Kyle and Sam Cedar as well. So good to see leftist unity. So true. You were talking about this with your mom, and she was like, well, it's difficult? Like, it's literally not difficult. Especially, like, in cases like this, I don't see any reason to be split about that. It is so easy. This case is so easy, actually. Mussolini. After the country's right-wing government announced in March that state agencies should no longer register the children of same-sex couples. But what good does that? Okay, what does that for you? What is the benefit? Why are we doing this? It's literally pointlessly evil. It is the evil test. Are you evil or not? Just for no reason. Mothers do exist, but only for hetero couples. Yeah, Mutterkreuz was a Nazi thing for a reason. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. The couple doesn't know why they were targeted as one of the first to have their legal... That's also so weird. 3 couples first. Very odd. Changed retroactively. As in most cities, the policy has been focused on new babies born. They say their community, friends, and family has always supported them. I suspect the government is afraid that a family that looks like different, like ours, can be happy, even happier sometimes than a traditional family. I guess it is about defending traditional family values, because again, anything that in any way, shape, or form disrupts the worldview of the far right, of the fascists, is so scary to them that they need to commit crime, I guess. Capital breaks fascist. France and Germany's current leaders will never condemn Maloney. They don't. And it's insane. They are literally the most fragile people on earth. Yes, they are. Those couples they specifically targeted must have told some cringe Italian politician motherfucker that they were cringe, I guess. I bet. They made like one social media post or something. Like, how do you choose 3 couples to be targeted first? I mean, they want to roll it out to everyone, but it is so arbitrary. It diminishes the right and inheritance of children of same-sex families. You only make such laws if you hate gay people and want to hurt their children. It's very true. It is very true. Absolutely. Conservative Catholicism or Christian religion in general is poison for people's mindsets. Yeah, it does. They do draw back to religious values a lot of the time. Like, I've always been team atheist, you know? But I like to try and be tolerant enough to religion, but right-wingers always utilize religion as a means to justify their hate and their violence against people. So, on paper, they say, I'm so bad at Italian names. Giulia has 1 mother, but we know she has 2. We will do everything possible to prove we are a good family. It's not about that, guys. You cannot prove you are a good family. That's not gonna change their minds, is the thing. Like, I don't think you can do anything about that, which is, again, horrifying. Trans conversion therapy is still a thing in Britain, as far as I remember. Britain is doing the most in regards to being terrible to trans people. Yep. If your god demands that you unperson a mother, your god is fucking evil, dude. Yeah. Keep your religions out of the empirical. I'm pagan, but I keep my religion out of this realm and into another. That makes the most sense. Just fully separate religion from the state level, and then it's fine, I think. Then you can be religious, you can do your whatever you need to do. Just keep it out of legislation, and then we'll be fine. Italians don't exist, man, I wish. At this point, I fucking wish, dude. What was it called? LGBT is bad and evil, but give to the poor? Yeah, and rich people don't get into heaven? Doesn't apply anymore. Religion is only it's only pick and choose for people like that. The text could be interpreted in so many different ways, and so many way more progressive ways, but of course, we don't do that. We interpret it in order to further our talking points, obviously. Duh. Evidently. Boy. Her wife added, no one from the government or the prosecutors came to see that we are a happy family with a happy... They don't care. They don't care, besties. I'm sorry. While same-sex civil unions have been legal in the country since 2016, that's earlier than us, I think. I think we did it in 2017. Same-sex couples do not have the right to adopt, thanks in part to the opposition from the Catholic Church, baby! Those fuckers. I mean, yeah, Italy, of course. Catholic Church is big in Italy for obvious reasons. Surrogacy remains illegal in Italy, and there are restrictions that prevent the adoption of stepchildren by one parent. The fuck? Medically assisted reproduction, like in vitro fertilization, is only available to heterosexual couples. Holy shit. That is so backwards. Oh my god. Yeah, we did marriage in 2017, yeah. Mussolini is giving... Mussolini, yes, is giving the Vatican the entire, like, state. Just like, here you go. It's for you. This for you again. Jesus was bi and obviously had a thing for Judas, clearly. Yes! God, I'm on TikTok, right? You know? And sometimes I scroll and there's this one account that keeps popping up on my For You page on TikTok that just edits, like, one of the Jesus movies. Don't know the movie. I've never seen the movie. And just edits little, like, ship edits between Jesus and Judas. That's mainly what this account does to the wildest song choices you can ever imagine, and it's great. And I love it. Viola became pregnant through artificial insemination, and the couple had to travel to Spain to receive the treatment. Until March, there were several Italian cities where same-sex couples could be listed as parents as opposed to mother and father on birth registrations, but the Interior Ministry began sending letters ordering to end the practice. Of course they did. Of course they did that. There she is! The bitch. Italy's Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, leader of the far-right Brothers of Italy party, what a name, made anti-LGBTQ plus rhetoric a cornerstone of her campaign for office. See, I didn't follow that campaign for office very closely at all. I just noticed, oh, please not her, and then it was indeed her. That's most of what I know about that. I love making queer ships between biblical or mythological characters. Well, but in mythology, I mean, they were all gay. Like, very, very clearly. But for the Bible, it's very funny. I agree. She opposes allowing same-sex couples to adopt as well as marriage equality. Oh, okay, of course. Sure. Why not? Calling civil union good enough for LGBTQ couples. She's so evil. She is so evil. I don't know. Did anyone in Italy go full Texas state AG yet? I do not know. Yes to the natural family, no to LGBT lobbies, she declared last summer. She's insane. She's literally insane. Why Italy is doing fascism again, Germany AfD is rising. What's Japan up to, dude? I mean, after, well, Shinzo Abe got shot, but I don't know what's going on there now. Jesus was a bisexual, socialist, maybe trans person who was very punk and against status quo of the time. Exactly. He's fucking based. And his followers are fucking lame. She has conspiracy brain. Literally the leader of your country. I mean, it's not the first time, I guess, but has conspiracy brain. Holy shit. Under current Italian law, the members of a same-sex couple who is not legally recognized as a child's parent could lose custody if the legal recognized parent dies or the relationship ends. Ah, okay. Yeah, that sucks. Sucks ass. Sucks big ass. The state gives itself the potential ability to steal children because of custody. Yeah, exactly. Like, the partner dies, child has no parents left then, even though there is obviously one parent left, goes into child custody. Whatever. Jesus. I also have Jesus as an exclamation, and now we're also talking about Jesus. Jesus was emo as fuck. I offer you my blood as he poured the wine. True. That's something somebody who's LARPing as a vampire would say as well. Jesus was born thanks to godly surrogacy. That too. So fucking hypocritical. Meloni literally does belong in prison. What's up with all these country leaders belonging in prison? Curious. Many such cases. This is particularly horrific for another couple, Vanessa Finesso and Cristina Zambon. Finesso is the one who gave birth to their daughter after undergoing the thing that they explained earlier in Spain. Artificial insemination is not quite it, because that's definitely not the acronym, but something like that. Even though she used Zambon's egg, Zambon has been threatened with the loss of parental rights by the government. Finesso has cancer and is worried that if she dies, her wife will lose custody of their daughter. Well, that would happen. And that would suck. You know? Jesus Maria. Was ist mit Italien los? Yeah. Good question. Jesus also had 2 dads. Technically, yeah, he had 2 dads and a mom. That's pretty based, actually. The order also leaves the children of same-sex couples in jeopardy in other ways. Children end up having limited access to key services and benefits, such as healthcare, inheritance. I mean, inheritance laws are kind of funky anyway, usually, but yeah, if they could get good inheritance, it would suck. And child support. Angelo Schillaci, a law professor at Sapienza University in Rome, told BBC when the policy was first announced. At present, only one parent is recognized by the law. The other one is a ghost. In real life, parents and children play together, cook together, play sports, and go on holiday together, but on paper, they are apart. The state does not see them. It's a paradoxical situation. It's a fucked up situation. It's a willful ignoring of the fact situation. It's a willfully stripping rights from people who are supposed to have human rights situation. Traditional family values. Hey, Christians, I don't think actual Jesus would fit that description or like anything about you, Christians. Christians, you're being so not cool. Jesus would hate you fuckers. Absolutely hate. You happen upon a YouTube channel called That Theology Teacher that has cool LGBTQIA+ perspectives on Christian stuff. One interesting video is Jesus and queer theory. I've seen some progressive like Christians around before in YouTube spaces and stuff. They do exist. It's just a shame, honestly, that this religion is constantly being used by people to justify their dumb, hateful rhetoric. This is excluding gay families from accumulating social capital. Yeah, meaning the government attempts to keep queer people on the margins of society. That is that is the goal of this fucking policy. It's like no inheritance for you, no social support for you, nothing for you. You get left out in the dust. Jesus was a chill dude, probably. Yes, what the church made of his legacy is a whole different story, and insofar as he actually existed, of course. Conservatives will believe in magic sky Jews and angels and demons, but won't acknowledge the real-life magic of transness. No, that one is weird and different. They don't like that one. I've looked up my country. Apparently same-sex couples can't adopt, but not because it's specifically illegal for same-sex couples, but the state won't legally recognize them in practice. And won't do the paperwork. So like it's kind of a similar situation. I mean, this is not exclusive to Italy, of course. You just think, come on, Italy, be progressive like the rest of Europe. I don't know if the rest of Europe is quite there yet either, but still, come on, do something, Italy. And by something, I don't mean fascism again, please. Progressive Christians, Jews, and Muslims are some of the loveliest people you ever meet. Exactly. That's also why I'm like a little bit hesitant to be as vehemently anti-religion. I just think the way people are doing religion is bad, but I think there is a way to do religion that is absolutely lovely and doesn't hurt anybody, and you can do what you want in that case. You know what I mean? Like, I understand where people are coming from when they're vehemently anti-religion, but that's not me, usually. Everything is full of Hitler right now. I know. That's why immediately after saying it, I was like, actually, I don't know. I don't know if I can stand by that statement. Just be better. We must absolutely destroy the fascists. No Fourth Reich, please. Also, every time I have to say like Third Reich or Fourth Reich, I get confused about pronunciations because they clash in my mind. Anyway, let's finish this article real quick and then I'll head out. We are the opposition. We are the opposition, and there's more of us than there is of them. We just need to make sure to mobilize everybody in a way that makes sense, you know? In the city of Padua, where Finesso and Zambon live, 27 families, 33 children have gotten warning letters. That is so dystopian, actually, though. That one parent may lose their parental rights and be stripped of their place on their child's birth certificates. Some plan to leave the country for good. Yeah, if you can, you should. If you can do that, you should do that. But the mayor of Padua, Sergio Giordani, is defying the government's order and continuing to issue birth certificates and recognizing two-mom families. My phone is full of pictures of happy families with shining eyes, he says. I'm really proud of what I've done. Good job, Sergio. Do that. Do that, Sergio. You're doing a good job. Just don't be a dick, Italy. Don't be a dick, please. I was fully anti-religion, but as long as you don't make the life worse for others, do your thing. I agree with that as well. Like, I'm more anti-religion than I'm pro, but it also varies. It varies a little bit from religion to religion, too, because, you know, Christianity has some heavy burdens attached to it, doesn't it? Like, they've been deeply, inextricably even linked with governmental structures and stuff. Is, you know, it's kind of hard not to dislike him a little bit. Evil any percent run, and they fucking smashed it out of the park. They did all the shortcuts to get there. Fucking sad, dude. Now Sergio Giordani, Giga Chad, absolute Giga Chad. Same. Atheist Squad. Have you ever heard of Jakub? Yes, it feels familiar, but only very vaguely. I'm also not super duper educated about religion, that's true. But now you think we would be better off with Odin or Jupiter? I mean, the Odin crowd is not great. If you meet people who talk about the Norse gods, it's a 50-50. It's a toss-up. You take a coin, you toss it, it lands heads up. Cool. You've met a nerd. You've met an autist. An autistic person who is very into Norse mythology. Cool. You flip the same coin again, it lands on tails. Uh-oh. White supremacists. It's very true. Happens all the time. The state getting its hands on religion caused generations of pain since Rome. Honestly, it's been like this for a while. Heads who hates tails. Yeah, and they hate each other. Let's go, the good category. I mean, I think Norse mythology is quite interesting too. I like parts of Norse mythology. I'm not like obsessed with it. It's never been a special interest of mine or anything like that. But I do like it and I find it interesting. And I hate that every single rune that was ever made ever is co-opted by the fucking Nazis. It's like, okay, I look up life rune to use it for like a fantasy setting that I have, because I'm like, oh yeah, I could use runes, and this one means life and this one means death, and they could be like next to each other. And then it's like, actually, did you know? And I just disintegrate on the spot because I'm very sad about it. Nazis need to stop appropriating our culture. It's rude. Yes. Artemis is amazing. Artemis is the goddess of the hunt, right? Yes, I think so. A few Norse mythology people like that. You've met some. Yeah, they exist and they're around. Hi, Tunch. Is the baby here? Where's the baby? The baby. He's not close enough. Artemis is Greek though. Yeah, Artemis is not Norse mythology. Greek mythology nerds, I think it's not a coin toss. They're just all gay. Which is good. Stealing things back from the Nazis. We stole Pepe. This is true, but it's not easy. Because you gotta be careful, right? If you, for instance, wear like a shirt that has a rune on it, you're sending a message with that. 50% of that is just, why am I doing everything in percentages right now? I do not know. Anyway, for a lot of people it means nothing. It's a rune. People don't think anything about it. For a fraction of people it means, uh-oh, is that a Nazi? I need to be scared. For a fraction of people, it means, oh, is that a Nazi? I am one too. I would like to hang out. And for a fraction of people, it means, I know that rune. I wonder what they think about it. So it's like tricky. It is tricky. Yes, we must make the Norse gods gay and trans, like Loki. Best Norse god. Loki became the horse. Loki, yeah, to give birth. And Loki gave birth, I think, right? To a horse? As well? Yeah. Got impregnated by a horse, gave birth to also a horse. Don't know which horse. Was it Sleipnir or whatever they're called? Sleipnir. No, the horse. Is that a different horse? I think that's a different horse. It's also a horse from Norse mythology. What is Loki? Real? Loki was just mythical. I mean, it's the point. Loki also is the mother of a wolf. Yeah, Loki birthed like a couple of... Oh yeah. That is the horse that he gave birth to. Slay! What would do Loki? True. So true. Okay, so that is the correct horse. We're on the correct horse right now. Loki had a bunch of furry babies. True. Absolutely based. Most based god. Well, that's nice. Sleipnir, rather. Also true. Jormungand, Fenris, and Hel, right? Is Hel, right? Yeah. Those are the ones who are supposed to bring about the Götterdämmerung. We also read this in school. I think we did this one first, as in Norse mythology. We read about Norse mythology, with Odin hanging himself by his hair from a tree and stuff. The big tree. It's an important tree, actually. To get the words for people to be able to speak and write. I think the writing part was... No, that was the writing part. Speaking we did earlier. That was like... he breathed out the speaking power. I don't know. We learned about this first in school, and then later the Bible. It's something. Ragnarok, baby! Götterdämmerung, Ragnarok! Yep. Didn't the Norse used to get old Ivan over here to eat as much shrooms as he could take without ODing, then drink his piss to get high? Sounds reasonable. That sounds reasonable. Loki gave birth to all of them, I think. I think so too. Like, how Jormungandr, Loki. Yeah, that's the middle child of the trickster god Loki. Slay! Such a slay. Sacrificing his eyes for wisdom. Oh, that's something he also... Yeah, one of his eyes. Just true. That's why he only has one eye. He did quite a lot of stuff, didn't he? Norse parties are the best parties. A lot of shit goes down in Norse parties. And then, of course, we did Greek mythology as well in school. Man, these pictures of Jormungandr... I don't know how to say this in any language, by the way. Jormungandr? Like, Gand? I don't know. These pictures are cool, though. I like that. That looks real massive. I enjoy that picture of the snake. And of course, I hate Marvel. What Marvel did to Loki is so reprehensible. Stop appropriating our fucking gods. Shut up. I like those movies at some point, but now it's annoying. I don't like it anymore because all of the fucking Google search results are just Marvel's Loki. Leave me alone. I don't want that. Are we talking about Loki and the female frost giant? We're talking about Loki and a lot. And a lot. Oh, this one's from oh yeah, this one is from God of War. I like that depiction. He looks real big. Or she, I don't know. It looks real big. Marvel colonized by recognition. Jormungandr. Yeah, they're good boy. Good snake. Good snake. Best snake. Danger noodle. Jormungandr. Deer? Huh. Yes. Yor. Anyway, Loki really Loki. Loki got Loki with everybody. No, that's right though. God of War, Jormungandr's baby. I mean, look at. I can tell. That is baby. Who's a good boy? Tenchi is here, I think, because I've been mentioning baby so much, but I don't know where he is. Oh, he's on my bed. Okay, that's what he's doing. Okay. Listen to Brothers of Metal song about the on the 3 children of Loki. I should. That sounds fun. A little like story time. Anyway, we have looked at Loki's children for long enough. Good world, Snake. Little world, Snakey. Little world, Snakey. You are in the ocean. You're gonna devour the world. Little world, Snakey. Headbed for the world serpent. Snakes are cute. I love the term danger noodle as well. I've appropriated the term danger noodle for Tenchi. He's a dog. He has very few noodle-like qualities, but I feel like he's pretty skinny, you know? He has some noodle-like qualities. So I think that's a pretty appropriate term to use for him. Yeah. I love the Norse segment at the end. We can talk more about Norse mythology. It's just stuff that we talked about in school when it was like in 2nd or 3rd grade or some stupid shit like that. So I don't remember everything in detail, but sometimes flashes of memories come back to me. Denji is like a wet sketty. A little bit, yeah. Good danger noodle. Did that mean old Thor beat you up, mon baby? Indeed. According to Ragnar, Thor kills him before he has a chance to eat it. Nar! Thor, you fucker. Hate that. Who do you reckon would win? 1,000 Vikings or 100 dwarves? This depends on so many factors. Think about like the preparation time. The things the dwarves could build in preparation for the Viking attack would be pretty major. But like if it's a sudden battle, they don't have any preparation time. Maybe they don't even, they don't know that it's coming. I think the Vikings might have the leg up on that one. Neil Gaiman's retelling of the Norse myth is great. Oh, he did that too? Jesus, what hasn't this man done? Neil Gaiman is like everywhere. It's like the best. Thor also dies in that fight. Well, at least there's that, huh? At least there's that. Fuck Thor. I'm anti-Thor now. Everybody dies. It's great. I mean, it is the Götterdämmerung. I always like that term because it's like the dawn of the dawn of gods. I guess. Wait, is dawn the other one? Is dawn the other one? Dusk and dawn. Dusk. The dusk of gods? Maybe. Dawn of Gods? Is that correct? Is that accurate? Dusk? dawn means something comes, and dusk means it goes down. Oh god, I'm so confused right now. Language? I've never spoken it before. Our beautiful culture and all its horse intercourse and discourse. That's all that's going on right now. Yes. Don't worry. Thor subsumes to its succumbs to its venom shortly after. Good, as he should. This fucker. He only technically won that fight, but they both dead. Dusk means sunset. Good. That's what I thought. Good. Then I was correct. Yes. Then it's more like Dusk of Gods, which is pretty fun. Dawn of Gods? Okay. Well, either way. Succumb? Yeah. What's up with that? Twilight of the Gods is the most often translation, I believe. Look, now we're looking at all the times of the day. Twilight, like that one book series. When you Google Twilight, you do legitimately get the book series. That's kind of sad, I guess. And the sun is below the horizon. Okay, so like after the sun has set. Zwielicht. True and real. Yeah, Twilight of the Gods makes sense, but also they could just call it Ragnarok as well. Twilight Re. I read Twilight once, back when it was out and stuff. Back when I was, I don't know, 14. I liked it okay. Didn't really mind it too much. Wasn't a fan. Afterglow and Foreglow are the only important times though. Oh, is Afterglow Afterglow is like the time when the sun is just like out of view, but it's still like the way it's reflected, it's still kind of light or something like that. I saw a TikTok about that recently, talking about that being the best time to photograph, if that's the correct time that I'm thinking about. Twilight by ELO is a great song though. I mean, Twilight is a word that people like to use as title. And we have Zelda Twilight Princess as well. True. Twilight of the Thunder God is a banger song. Look at that! All the songs are coming out. Okay. I'm saying goodbye now though. Do you know who else is streaming today? I mean, aside from any people that you may know that are streaming. Juno is streaming! And Juno is streaming Resident Evil 0, I think. No, not 0, just 1. 0 is over. That was like years ago. No, Juno is streaming Resident Evil 1, the original, with the Jill sandwich and everyone. But I'm not allowed to redirect anymore. I saw this earlier. Maybe I'll reload the page and hope nothing crashes. Okay, I'll try to figure it out. Because I opened the redirect window earlier already in attempts to see if I can redirect to somebody, but it told me I'm not allowed to do that anymore. So I'm not allowed to do that anymore. Why am I not allowed to do that anymore? Did they remove my ability to do that? Did I get bonked for doing it too often, maybe? Why am I not? That's a good question, because I just saw this today for the first time, but it just says I'm not allowed to do that anymore. I should look into that. So I'm not allowed to redirect. For some reason. Like, in general. Like, I can post a link, though. I will post a link. That's what I used to do. I'll take a little screenshot of this and put it into the Discord to show you what's going on, because I'm a little confused. Because it just flat out says, you don't have any redirect privileges. Maybe it's a bug, or maybe it's a feature. I don't know. But I can get you a linky, don't worry. I'm gonna look up Juno Casket, and I'm gonna give you a linky. I wonder if this is like a bug, or if this is a feature. Like, are they being mean to me on purpose, or are they being mean to me? Privileges yoink, just in general. Like, I used to be able to redirect to a couple of people. Privileges all yoink. Hello, Samdroxy. I'm leaving. I'm heading out. But I'm sending you a link to Juno's channel if you want to go over there and watch a little bit of Resident Evil gameplay. I will be there too in a little while, probably. And maybe I'll get my privileges back if I ask real nicely about about it at youtube.com. I don't think I'll ask. I'll just see. I think it's probably a bug. Either way, I had a lot of fun streaming for you today. We got through all of our... just your luck. Yeah, it happens sometimes, doesn't it? We got through all of our subject matter and my media takes, so... This was a good stream. I had a good time. I will now see what Tenji is doing, because it sounds like he's choking on his food. Not actually, but he sure is inhaling that. And then I'll talk to my mom and then stuff. It's like a mother stream. I should. Maybe this year for my birthday, we could do like a little special. She said it would be okay. I just have to like organize it. You could meet my mom. That would be fun. Have a nice night though. Bye. You too. Have a nice night. Have a nice day. Have a nice time, everybody. And I'll see you around. Maybe I will even edit the videos that I keep saying I will edit. Who's to say? We don't know. Thank you so much. I had a great time today. I'm glad. Me too. Adieu. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao. Auf Wiedersehen. Bye-bye. He hears it and he's coming. Hi, big man. What's up? There he is, big man. Did you eat? What were you eating? Oh, we'll figure it out. Yeah, my streams are around 3 hours-ish. That is my standard. Don't like to go too much longer and definitely not shorter. Goodbye. Now, though. I just love rambling, dude. Somebody needs to cut me off.